Tom Arnone.
No, it's call-out time.
Brian Wilson.
You died for that football.
Nick Delgazzo.
It's going to be a battle.
You're listening to Agree to Disagree, only on A2DRadio.com.
Welcome to We Told You So. This is Agree to Disagree right here at A2DRadio.com. We are live from the BMW of Atlantic City Studios. We're right here in Mount Ephraim, New Jersey. BMW of Atlantic City, right off exit 37 on the Parkway. Find them online, BMWofAtlanticCity.com. Our show tonight also brought to you by BMW Atlantic City. But Gibson Mayer LLC, your certified public accountant. Find them on the web, GibsonMayer.com. Tom Arnone, Brian Wilson, Nick Delgazzo, Rob Povey on the ones and twos. A lot to talk about tonight here in Philly. We're feeling good. Sammy comes back and does what Sammy does and turns the football over. We're going to get into the Eagles. We'll have the 5 question with the Povey at the end of the show. A little Sixers talk. It's coming. I was arguing with guys today trying to tell me that, Brett Brown's a terrible coach. And I said, listen, talent wins. You could put Phil Jackson in his situation. He's only going to win 11 games. So I'm not going to get in the firing of Brett Brown right now. I sort of think that's ridiculous. You got to give the guy some time with talent before you can accuse him of being a bad coach. But we'll get into some Sixers talk throughout the show. World Series preview, Cubs, Indians. It's like a movie, boys. You know what I mean? It's what it is. Whose curse ends? Because they both are cursed, right? I mean, we'll dive into it, but they're both cursed essentially. Obviously, nobody's cursed as much as the Cubs. But I just kept feeling last night that something bad was going to happen. But guess what? To their credit, they weren't pressing. I mean, being down in the series, I thought that they were going to start gripping tight.
It helps to come home 3-2. I mean, we talked about hindsight's 20/20, but Roberts dropped the ball. We know he's your ace, and we know he was getting worn out in air quotes, but he was better statistically on 3 days rest. He's fresher, his ball was moving, whatever it was mentally, and. It was right there for the taking at home. You want to go back home. I mean, you want to go back to Chicago up 3-2, whatever you can do. So, I mean, it was that's where I thought the game. Yeah, I thought that's what
pussy move by Roberts. Really.
Well, yeah, I didn't like it either. We'll get into the preview and the little recapping.
Yeah,
that happened over the NLCS, ALCS, and now the World Series with the Indians and the Cubbies. NFL Week 7 recap. We'll get into what happened throughout the league. Eagles Cowboys preview, which is going to be fun. I'm starting to feel the same way I was feeling last week. A team off a bye, a team getting patted on the back. We talk about rookies hitting walls at some point. When's Dak hit his? But can this defense, the question we're going to talk about, can the defense finally travel? We talk about they take care of business at home. We see that. But we talk about real good defenses, great defenses, travel well. This defense has to travel next week.
Oh yeah,
and they got to act like they can't start slow.
Listen,
they have.
They got to stop the run next week.
Yes.
Bottom line.
That's why.
Listen, we've always.
That's why with a step ladder I can headbutt this guy because that's it right there. That's the
gotta
number
stop
one thing,
the run.
Man. The Redskins ran for 3,000 yards. So and the Cowboys with that line and this young buck. I mean, that's it. That's where it stops.
Our main subject tonight: Eagles, Vikings.
Punch him in the mouth early.
Post game. And our poll question you can vote on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. A2D Radio is where you can find us. After another big home win, how would a Philadelphia Eagles play on the road next week in a big matchup against the Dallas Cowboys? Win a close one, lose a close one, win big, or what we don't want to see, get the doors blown off. And that's brought to you by Scanzano Sports. Find them on the web, scanzanosports.com. Gentlemen, go ahead with the poll question. How you feeling about this? You know what?
Well, I'm feeling great right now. I mean,
save the poll question answer.
Yeah, let's do that later.
Save the poll question answer to the Eagles Cowboys preview. But Eagles Vikings post game, we'll get right into it.
Feeling great.
Right into it. Mr. Wilson, start. Get it all off your chest for the people.
I mean, I'm not going to be the guy that said I told you so.
I will.
I know you will. That's why.
Yeah,
I said close win. You said
bet the mortgage.
You said lock of the century. So I'll give it to you. But we thought this was coming, We all thought we play well at home. We play tough D at home. Are we scared of Asiata and McKinnon? No. So I didn't think they were going to run on us. And then you just pin your ears back. You go get Sammy, And that's what we did. Yeah. Now we turned the ball over more than I wanted to early in the game. Carson settled in, played better after the first 2 picks, but it was sloppy. First quarter was real sloppy.
Yeah, I would
real
say
sloppy.
Absolutely.
But then after that, we played a lot better. And, listen, that's a really tough defense.
Yeah,
statistically best defense in the league. We scored the most points off them all year. Obviously, Josh Huff's return was amazing, huge. Like the momentum changer.
Game changer. In my
Seriously,
eyes.
it was the momentum changer of the game.
You know, you cut the Russian, so to speak. Especially when you're playing good defense like that, you got to
Beautiful.
lead, and then they give the penalty, and then Dougie rolls the dice, and now you're like, I was kidding with you guys, but you're after they got that 2-point conversion, you're an 11-10. You're an 11-10 win right there.
You
feel
would
good
hope.
about it.
You
Yeah,
feel good.
you can win an 11-10 game right there because once you get up by 2 scores, the Vikings they can't play catch up.
No,
They
they're
got
not
a garbage.
good.
They got a
They're not
garbage
good. They have-
touchdown at the end.
I don't care what you say about the Vikings. Their offense is not good enough for them to do anything without Peterson.
Absolutely,
it's not good enough.
No,
and I don't think Sam's bad. We think Bradford's a pretty good player, but he's not going to come from behind with that group of receivers that they have.
No,
but the thing about Bradford, I don't understand, and it seems like everywhere he goes, it's the same thing. Why do they make him constant check down? The guy's got arm strength. I'm just curious.
But I don't think
everywhere he goes,
Diggs is banged up, and who else is getting deeper for them?
No, I know, but I mean, even here, for the most part,
I thought we threw the ball down the field a little bit last year. I mean,
a little bit as time went on.
Yeah. Well, we also dropped a lot of deep balls last year.
Oh, we did. I mean, we didn't help him out at all.
But
yeah, I just feel everywhere he's at, he doesn't never stretches the field either by choice or really they just don't want to get him. They want to get the ball out of his hands.
They don't want to get him hit. That's
they don't want to.
thing.
He's so fragile. They just want to get it out of his hands. So you don't have time to get downfield.
I think they're just more worried. They're like, listen, we don't want him hurt.
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, we're good. We're good right now. We don't want him hurt. Let's get the ball out of his hands quick. I mean, he took a lot of hits today.
Yeah,
so
he got sacked 6 times. I mean, he
took a lot of hits today.
Took a lot of hits, a lot of fumbles. I mean, we were getting after him.
Oh yeah, we got after him.
But we talked about this.
Connor Barwin came off a milk carton today. That was good to see.
Well, we talked about this team. If you get this defense a lead, that's when they can pin their ears and go get you. When they can make you one-dimensional as an offense, and you've seen it today for the most part, when Minnesota's playing catch-up, they can pin ears and go get you. And you see the kind of havoc they create on a quarterback. I don't care who's on your offense line. This front four can go get you, and that's what's exciting. But again, you're going to go to Dallas and you're going to get pounded in the mouth. And we've always stopped their run for the most part okay there for some reason. But you're going to get hit in the mouth. But what I liked out of this defense today is at one point in the fourth quarter with 1:20 left was the first time that Sam Bradford went over 100 yards on the day, passing. I mean, that's lockdown city. That's ridiculous. Like, no NFL team should only have 100 yards passing on their last drive of the game.
Oh, you mean you're counting all the sacks, obviously. You mean as a team passing. I mean, he threw for 224, garbage time.
Yeah, well.
You know what I mean? I don't know what it was total.
Yeah, I don't.
The sacks count against
right.
you. Sacks count against you, but he went for 224.
Yeah, he went for 224. But I believe as
it doesn't matter. They
it was net. It was
garbage. Yeah, it's garbage. I mean, your point is right.
That's what he said on TV. That's what the guy said. I don't know.
Yeah, that guy was wrong.
Yeah, he was wrong.
Listen, we dominated the game.
Yeah,
and it was great to see. And I told a bunch of people at the bar last couple nights that we were going to do that, and everyone was like, you're crazy. We're not beating the Vikings. I'm like, yeah, you're an idiot. You don't know anything. And I don't care. I said this before. I'll say it again. I don't think that the NFL is rigged, but it's manipulated. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely. It's definitely manipulated. No. And if you notice, we got a couple penalties picked up today.
Yeah.
Well,
it went
all right.
I mean, it went both ways.
It went both ways. And
listen, Beckham got absolutely mugged down the other end.
Sunday night.
The other guy got mugged. So it was
Sunday night next week. Eagles, Cowboys. They won 4-2, 5-1. That's what they wanted. And so they were. I'm not going to say that they were going to give us the game, but they were going to give us every opportunity to win the game.
Yeah. You're not going to. Yeah, exactly. I'm not going. I would never be that conspiracy.
I'm telling you.
No, I'm not you. I'm saying people always people say, oh, it's rigged and stuff. There's just too many.
It's not
too many
rigged.
things that go on. But
but they can manipulate it.
Yeah, we know the NFL smells like a dirty rat. You know
it's a rat.
And it looks like it's a week-to-week league.
What did T.O. say? If it looks like a rat and smells like a rat.
That's right. So we knew that going in. All roads were pointing to it. So it wasn't. But they did on defensively. They did exactly what they. How many times does a game plan not go the way it's supposed to go? Right, a lot. So for defensively, for that blueprint to do exactly what they wanted to do, get in his face,
big interception by McLeod,
make them one-dimensional. Yeah, they're about to go in there.
Big interception early, and we exchanged turnovers for the first 10 minutes of the game.
It was sloppy. And I mean,
Carson settled down after that, though.
Yeah, listen, he
tried to force a couple things.
Yeah, he did enough.
Well, they hid some coverage on the one that Xavier Rhodes picked off. He thought Rhodes wasn't going to follow underneath, but they hid. It looked like it was going to be a one high, and they dropped the other safety back. So
he looked like a rookie today. And then there's nothing wrong with that. That's just what he is.
Yeah.
You understand? Like you got away with a W. He looked like a rookie. All right, not counting the turnovers, he dropped a couple snaps. Now, how athletic he is, he was able to pick that snap up and get some positive stuff. One time a first down, the other time I think he hits rolls after he dropped it. So he was just probably worried about them coming. He still doesn't have trust in that line, even though they kept him upright today and he wasn't sacked at all.
I thought the line,
he probably looked up a little bit.
better.
Yeah, absolutely. But he looked up a little bit on those snaps probably.
Still too many fucking penalties.
Yeah,
There's still too many penalties. Alan Barber had a couple penalties, but Big V. Well, I won't call him a Big Vag anymore. He played better today. That's good to see.
Tough matchup against Robertson,
absolutely.
and to hold his own, and the false start to start the game was here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. But he settled in.
That's what he said.
Settled in and settled in quicker than he did last week against Washington.
Yeah, last Sunday. That's all we said. We said, listen, we go back to the drawing board on Monday and make some adjustments. And it looks like they did against a real good defense.
It's tough to move the ball, like we talked about to start the show. It's almost impossible to move the ball on them. They are the best defense in football right now.
The most points they allowed in the game this year was, 15 before this?
And guess what? Good teams find a way to win games like this, and they did. You give credit to everywhere around. You don't win games just by an offense.
No,
you got to get a little bit from everything, and special teams has been lights out.
You're playing a really good D. You got to get special. You got to play good on special teams. I mean, we got a special team score, which was great. You got to play good on defense, which we did. So.
Yeah,
real good. I mean,
you got to be an absolute
flying around again.
Yeah, you got to be
flew around again today.
We made tackles today too. We didn't miss a lot of tackles.
No, you got to be an absolute jackass or a hater to take anything away from today. Right? There's no reason.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Like,
you're an idiot.
We know what they are offensively, and statistically, they are the worst offense, in the league. But that doesn't mean anything. I mean, we've seen it plenty of times.
They haven't lost a game.
Yeah, exactly. They're 5-0. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, it's tough. So that's a good win. It doesn't matter if you're home. It's
a really good win.
All right.
It was a needed win with what we have coming up too.
We had the gauntlet. We talk about gauntlet coming up.
Yep.
Gauntlet. You got to steal some wins here if you want to be playing. Into December and January. Into December. You want to play
games.
Yeah, you want to play.
You got to win these games.
You got to steal some. But guess who you got to give credit to today? Again. Not again, but Ron Brooks goes down. Malcolm's got to move into the slot. Jalen Watkins played a hell of a football game today. And his conversion from corner to safety is one of these conversions that's panning out for the kid. He's obviously not fast enough to play corner. He has cover skills to play safety. But the thing I like about him, he hit today. Jalen Watkins and Rodney McLeod flat out hit people in the mouth. And I like that. Not that Malcolm doesn't, but,
Rodney McLeod smoked Cordero Patterson on that touchdown.
Jalen Watkins is a guy that you're getting more than you expected and was a guy you signed back this year. And to get what you're getting out of him, as a backup, most time you lose a big step, but you're not. I mean, from what I've seen of him in his roles having to come in recently in Washington and again, against Minnesota, the kids came and played. And I want my safeties to need to cover and they need to be able to hit you in the mouth. And them too, including Jenkins, that's what they do. And Malcolm played well in the slot today. Now, granted,
Malcolm played good today.
Now, granted, he didn't have
for how bad he played last week, he played that good today.
Yeah. Jordan Hicks, another guy.
He played good today.
We were talking about last week.
The only which
Michael Kendricks. There's a Michael Kendricks sighting today too.
I guess because we were playing his brother, he got a little pumped up.
I said that.
But I tell you what, I don't know what it is. One thing that drives me crazy, and it happened again this week. It happens at least once every week. Is they throw a check down on 3rd and 16, and we missed 4 tackles, and the guy gets the first down. Lose my mind over it. I hate that. Yeah. And it happened again this week with Patterson on one pass
and the giveaway. 3rd and 13 inside draw that went for 21.
Yeah, it happens every friggin' week.
Seattle went for 21 on a cutback. I'm like, come on, they were just
what
they
are
were
you
punting.
doing?
They were conceding,
yeah. But all in all, our defense played great today. Absolutely. And I couldn't be happier. A couple guys we called out made some plays today. Brandon Graham got up to the quarterback today. Connor Barwin came off the milk carton today. Yeah. Had a couple nice rushes. He stripped Sam on the one.
Real quick, Smash Adams chiming in on our YouTube chat. You can jump in, HUD Radio. Wilson, where else would you discuss football? You live in the bar.
That's fine.
Smash Adams is a Cowboys fan.
He's Jim Brannigan.
He's
a cockroach.
I figured you knew who he was.
I know exactly who he is.
Figured you knew.
He's a cockroach. He's just getting ready for this week. Don't worry, Jimbo.
Well, Matt Lewis chiming in too.
Take care of your kid, Jim.
Talking about the link was rocking today. Scotty Too Hotty chiming in as well. The link's rocking. Guys are excited, pumped up, but he also said, can someone tell Ryan Matthews to hold on to the freaking ball?
Yeah, that's a problem. That's an issue. I'll tell you what, he's going to lose. He runs hard, which is good, and against tough defenses, we're probably going to rely on him like we did today. Obviously, he got most of the carries. But if he keeps putting the ball on the ground, they're going they're just going to shy away from him. Because
Yeah.
there's nothing you can do. You can't put the ball on the ground. I don't give a shit. You got to cover it with 2 arms. You can't put the ball on the ground. No. You just can't do it.
No, you can't. He almost lost another one, too. He had like a 12-yard gainer, and he didn't see the guy coming from the backside, and I thought he was going to punch it out like Peanut Tillman. He tried.
Well, what's the
hung on to
excuse
that
this
one.
week?
Hang on to that.
Because, I mean, last week we talked about that. I don't know if I mentioned on this or Tom and Mike that there was an issue with him carrying the ball in his right freaking hand.
Yeah, you told me his boyfriend knew or something.
Yeah, the girlfriend, his mother told the boyfriend that he had trouble carrying the right hand. What's this week's excuse? What are you going to come in here this week on the rundown and try to bullshit people about? Because this week he was carrying the ball in his left hand, still fumbled. Got to hold on to the football.
Listen, the bottom line is the
Got to hold on to the football.
The dude's had a fumbling issue his entire career,
Yeah.
and that's what he has. And he's got to get corrected, or you're going to lose time.
Yeah, he's injury prone, and he puts it on the carpet. So not
Runs hard.
Yeah,
I'll give him that.
1 out of 3 to be a good
But,
running back.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we like it. You like his toughness, but yeah, you gotta take care of the football. Especially if you play defense like today, if they don't.
I mean, shit,
if they
we're
don't
5-1.
turn it over
We're
for
5-1. Doesn't fumble the ball.
Yeah, scary. So this next stretch is, like I said,
Detroit did us a
you enjoyed
favor
today. Oh wow,
today.
kids playing
That
great.
late TD from
I
Anquan.
would like even before Tommy's question last week, I should have had him in there. I should have took Brady out only because of the suspension. Because of the question of like who's the best QBs now. Stafford's playing fantastic.
Yeah, he is.
He's playing fantastic.
Oh yeah, he's playing great
really is.
ball.
And it almost kills you to say that sometimes, but he's playing fantastic.
Oh, he is.
That
He
was-
is.
That was a minute left. I don't care if the other moron was concussed or not. That was a great.
Well,
job.
listen,
That was a great
sometimes
job,
when you don't got the main guy and you don't get
You don't
in the
focus
stare
on
down mode,
You get everybody
and you
down,
can
yeah.
you can just go ahead through your progressions and just sling the football, which is what he was drafted to do. Matthew Stafford, big time talent. We can never question the arm and some of the stuff he can do, but
The skinniest fat guy in the world.
and he's never really had a ton defensively over there either. They've had their issues,
Golden
but
Tate's starting to show up.
yeah, but
last couple of weeks.
that's a big
Marvin
win.
Jones can play.
Yeah.
It's a big win for us.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's a huge win for
Yeah.
us.
No, for that, I mean, I was rooting. When they scored, I cheered like it was an Eagles touchdown. 'Cause our
Let me
game
ask
was
you, who on
already
the
over.
defense impressed you the most today?
Bo Allen.
I
Bo
like
Allen made a lot of plays
I
today.
like the bow.
Parents were there.
Big
Yeah, they were
fan of
there.
Bo Allen.
That's good.
They were there. He's looking at that ball bounce right up for him on
And
the fumble.
Yeah.
my brother says, "This Bayou guy is good." I said, "Who the hell's Bayou?" He's like, "Bayou Allen." I said, "That's Bo." What are you talking about? He's like, "It's spelled weird." I said, "That's Bo." I said, "Southern people spell Bo that way. You need to get a clue."
It's not B-O-O.
Bayou. The
Or
fuck
B.O.
are you talking
It's
about?
not B-O like for Bo Jackson. It's probably what he was,
Probably borrowing. Probably borrowing for me. Like Willie said the last couple weeks, he was kind of on a milk carton. So to set that tone kind of early. To set the edge and get in there and create some havoc. And on a play that he was penalized. He got illegal hands to the face or something, and he kind of just fought through that and was able to get to Sammy sleeves and create a big turnover that way. So
Yeah, if you'll go.
I thought he played better.
Yeah, if you go with Barwin, I'm going to go the other side and go Brandon Graham. Brandon Graham was all over him today, too, the two of them.
Yeah.
Two of them really stood out. Got a lot of pressure.
The D-line.
Well, Brandon
D-line
Graham
in general played great.
Brandon Graham's grown into his own.
Yeah.
And
Third inches from the
that
5-yard
pick doesn't seem as bad anymore, honestly.
No.
I mean, Earl Thomas is still a great player, but Brandon Graham turned into a real good football player.
Oh yeah.
When some people can say Earl Thomas is on his way down,
I don't think
some
Earl Thomas is on his
well,
way
you
down.
hear some talks about his cover skills lacking recently, and some different comments that I hear. I'm just telling you what I hear.
I think people just trying to justify
I
the
think
pick.
you-
I don't think there's
you
any.
hear-
I'm hearing that from outside. That's not
You're,
here.
listening,
I'm
you're
saying-
listening to some fucked up people.
I would say that's just people trying to justify.
I think he's really good.
Yeah,
No, I'm just saying
Earl
what Seattle beat writers have written about him over the last, beginning of this year is that his cover skills aren't as good as they were. That's all I'm saying to you.
Yeah, no,
That's
no.
fine.
That's not coming from in-house.
I understand.
That's
That's
what
fine.
they're saying.
I understand.
So what are you trying to tell me?
I'm
though?
tired of.
I'm just saying the pick doesn't look as bad.
It's still. I mean, it's
It's still not a great pick
No.
if you can look back at the track record of the two. But right now, in his natural position of a 4-3,
He's playing well.
The pick looks good.
Why don't we care? I don't even care about the pick anymore. I'm saying he's playing good.
Okay, we're just talking about the pick. I'm going to have to bring the fucking pick up. Everything goes back to the pick. Them two are like joining at the hip. Everything talk about Brandon Graham. Do you not talk about Earl Thomas? Will you
No.
stop it now?
I don't care
You're a
about
fucking
Earl.
idiot. You do all the time. If we're at the bar with you and Brannigan, we're going to bring up Earl Thomas to miss. Would we not?
I don't go to Lindenwold bars. Rather shoot myself like Plaxico Barris.
So Scotty Tuati chime in. Do you think we were too negative after the 2 losses? I saw so many people questioning the entire roster, for Christ's sake. I know some of it's media hype. I'm tired of hearing there is no town here. Well, Scotty, I've been saying top 5 town in football and Pro Football Focus since the beginning of the year.
Yeah, I don't know. If
I've never wavered on the freaking town here.
I don't know if that's the truth, Scotty.
You're an asshole. You 2 are assholes.
But
Really. And now I wavered on it. I said that they freaking won.
No one said
Have I not said it?
You wavered?
No, the shaking of the heads. The shaking of the freaking heads over there. Like, I'm not allowed to reference backwards.
We're saying they're not top 5. Is what we're saying.
That's how I feel.
That's fine.
They're not top 5.
You haven't wavered.
Yeah, you have not wavered. We told you today.
So you were huffing and puffing because you don't agree.
They're not
all right, we're back. I'm sorry.
We referenced in a text today that you would pick this Eagles team
over the
over the
85
85 Bears.
Stop it.
So we know you
Stop it.
We know who you are.
Stop it. 85 Bears.
He'd say 28-14 Birds. Lock of the week. 85 Bears got nothing.
Mini Ditka.
Well, I don't think McMahon will be able to really move the ball well.
Nah, listen, that's one thing.
I don't see sweetness running on this team.
Yeah, not at all.
Nobody can ever accuse you of wavering, so that's never going to be an issue. Don't worry about it.
You can't even spell waiver.
Nobody's. That's not going to be.
Well, let's not do that live.
Right.
We'll get to it after the show. I'll write it down for you.
Listen, that's just being in this Philadelphia area. That's what happens after losses. People want to jump off the Walt Whitman Bridge. People want to throw.
I told them
people want to hang
it.
people. No, I'm just saying. Yeah, people want to hang people. And
in my opinion, those people that want to do that, they should just go do it.
And then
jump off the Walt Whitman. Go ahead and do it.
And then after
take a dip.
Yeah, if you got to keep everything in perspective. Like great win today, but
It's
there's
the
no
NFL.
reason to go back to the Super Bowl just because you won today. No, I'm just saying.
I'm not going. I'm not upping my win total after today.
There's no reason.
Ebbs and flows to a season.
Yes.
There's no reason to jump back on because if you're a realist, you never got off.
Well, you think the lock of the week prediction before it started on Monday actually is when the lock of the week came, and I think I was a little under the weather last week on Agree Disagree, but I did have them winning. Okay, but on Wednesday night, I was talking about betting mortgages. Don't worry about living in the street for a week or 2. Actually, go ahead and put 6 months off. Rob Povey's here. He'll attest to it. We were talking about 6 months worth of mortgage payments loading up on this game. Back the truck up was talked about. Rob.
This man was willing to take him and his new wife out on the street. He was that confident in this game, and it was a good prediction. I mean, you look at the first 10 minutes of the game, 5 turnovers in the first 10 minutes. You knew this was going to be a defensive game and a game at home that the Birds could win.
No, absolutely.
But that's not because I evaluated the Philadelphia Eagles. That's to your point. It is the ebb and flow of the season and how I was feeling. This is
game
not
screamed Eagles
Minnesota.
win, dude.
Yeah, Minnesota's not a 6-0 team in my eyes. One, because their offense is not good enough. The defense is going to win you some games. I get that. Their defense is that good, but to continuously win you games, that offense has to. At some point, the defense will show up a little less. And today there was a little chink in their armor, but not a lot. Very little chink towards the end of the game. But the kickoff return helped us. Stuff like that. But my point is that the offense at some point is going to have to make plays, even for the 85 Bears. That their offense wasn't a juggernaut, but they made plays, enough plays. And you got to be able to do that. When you talk about Seattle, when they were winning their championships, the offense, Russell Wilson, they just made enough plays. Can Sam Bradford make just enough plays? I don't know because of the weapons like you talked about, Wells. But this is screamed Eagles lock.
Oh, yeah.
I had 17-10, 21-10. It's all the same thing. But, so that's all. To your point, it screamed it.
No, it did.
Is it puffering now? Because there's a lot of things predicted that don't come freaking true. But is it still puffering essentially? Yeah, there's a baby puff.
Puff your chest.
Yeah, there's a baby puff. I'm pumped for all of us.
Puff your chest.
I'm pumped for all of them. When you talking about backing up trucks and making people money, that's puff style. That's Puff Diddy style, making the band.
I put a
You just gonna sit here and do your taxes? Is that hot in the street?
He's gonna cut onions.
I mean, when you go
He's gonna cut onions.
When you go iron pipe, lead pipe,
Yeah, when you start throwing leads or nails.
LPL, lead pipe line.
Yeah. So now I got to be careful because now I can't get cute. Like this week, we're going to touch on the Eagles Cowboys. There's no chance that I'm going nails lock of the week.
How could you?
No, now you got to.
No, it's not. We're on the road.
We're on the road.
We haven't played well on the road.
It's a different dynamic. We're 3-0 at home.
Chicago, but Chicago stinks.
Listen, at home we're a top 5 defense. You can write that
really
down.
good on home.
You can write that down. After what I saw today again, just listen. The knack for the football. I know Bradford's known to turn the ball over fumble-wise. I know he's prone to that. But still, you got to go get it. And they just went and got him today. And is a little bit to have to do with knowing some of his tendencies. But guess what the big thing is that we talked about on Wednesday and on Sunday last week? Leotis McKelvin is big for this defense. And I understand he's not a number one in the league. But he's a legit two. He tackles those. He's physical. Him being out and you having to move guys in spots that they're not ready for essentially hurts him a little bit. I thought having McKelvin back was big today.
Hey, he played well.
Yeah.
Just because he helps you, makes you a little deeper. He's not a Pro Bowler by any stretch.
He almost jumped a pick six, too, real close.
I mean, what else did we learn today? I mean, we learned that, Sammy still can't win in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah, he still can't win.
Who was the defender that just jumped right in front of Adam Thielen in the middle of the end zone earlier on in the game? That's making a play on the ball, right?
Rodney McLeod.
Yeah, that was him, right? Mm-hmm. And I mean, that's not, you can't even really put that on Sam. I think that's just a great defensive
Well, his arm
play.
got hit when he threw it, too.
Yeah.
Ball kind of flooded on him.
Right.
But, I mean, when that happens, you got to get the ball.
Yeah.
Ball's fluttering, we need to make plays.
Oh, another little fun fact today. No team in the NFL has a kickoff return.
No, we have
We
both.
have two.
We have both, yeah.
We have two.
From two different guys, too.
Two different guys, yeah. One ran 20, and I mentioned this all week. You're mentioning
Josh Huff
22.
should do a little bit today, too.
Hey, I know we were both down on him. We saw
Listen, we
talent,
always say
but
when they get the ball in his hands, he makes some
he makes
people
plays.
miss.
But how about Doug using him in a position to be
The
successful
way that we're
instead
using
of
him is
Chip
good.
being stubborn and saying that you're a wideout? You're not. You're a Tavon Austin-ish.
Absolutely.
Like you're not.
You're not a number one that we're throwing posts to.
You're a trick guy in a way. You're a bubble screen.
You're a decoy
A
almost,
reverse. That's what you bring to the table.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I just like the way the game went today. I had a big smile on my face.
Me too.
I work with a couple Vikings fans. One was like, no chance you beat us. I said, okay, yeah, I'll see you Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't, with that offense, I don't know how you can ever, make that statement. I mean, obviously it was, you didn't expect.
Oh, they're
you
5-0.
didn't- Yeah,
They're all happy,
Of course, we know what that defense can do. But I mean, at the end of the day, like you said, without AP,
I knew our defense was coming after him today.
Without AP, I mean, you just,
I was just hoping we scored some points.
Yeah, yeah, and enough too. Absolutely, 15 was enough.
Yeah, I mean,
once it went up, field
11 was enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
well, I thought it was funny. The longest run against the Vikings all year was a 20-yarder from Ryan Matthews. I mean, that's how they've been. They just don't give up the big play.
No, not at all.
They really don't give up the big play.
Listen, they're really good. I mean, they have 5 legit Pro Bowlers on their defense. And Xavier Rhodes, Anthony Barr, Harrison Smith, Eric Kendricks, and Everson Griffin. They're all Pro Bowlers.
I read this before
Yeah,
the game
crazy.
today. They let up 67.2 yards per game on the ground. And, I mean, that's before today's. That might even went down, obviously.
Eagles
No,
got
we had
100.
more.
Eagles got 100.
Oh, so it went up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's phenomenal. They exposed a great rush defense.
Oh, absolutely. They pretty much, they won in every aspect, and that's sometimes you don't win games, if you lose 2 out of 3 or 1 out of 3, whatever it is, when you win them all, when you win all aspects, you expect to win the game. The turnover battle was tied, the penalties were tied, time of possession was -9 again, which it didn't matter because defense got.
Well, we had another defensive score.
Yeah,
so.
defense got after. Yeah, absolutely.
You get defensive scores, you're going to be minus possessions because they're getting back-to-back possessions.
No, we
Huff
know.
was moving. How about a tip of the cap to Blair Walsh for a great tackle attempt on that? Oh, my God. What's with this Olay bullshit? I loved it. I was like, when they showed the replay, because I couldn't really tell when it was live, but it looked like that he just made a move on him. He didn't make a move. He just tried touching his knee. Here you go. Blair Walsh, what a
Fantastic.
squid.
I know.
How he's still on the team is amazing.
He's trying to
me.
get him back in good
How
graces,
is he still on the team?
It's amazing.
You were talking kickoff return. Not defensive.
No, when Blair Walsh tried tackling Huff.
Oh no, I thought you said defensive score.
Special teams.
Well,
defense.
especially
No, I got you. I was like I froze
What I'm
for
saying,
a
but
second.
they get the ball back to back there though. So.
Oh no, and that's 2 weeks in a row of that. That puts you right back on the field.
We had 2 last week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
because you
had
had the pick
defensive
6.
and the-
Yeah,
and
you had the pick 6 and the return. That's why. That's another reason why. To your point, you lost. You're going to lose the time possession.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
You get to see Zimmer's press conference. It's fantastic.
I like Zim. Big
love
Zim guy.
Zimmer.
Big Zim guy.
As a non-Viking guy, just as an outside football guy and as a guy that fancies yourself as a tough guy, dude. It's awesome. Just a great press conference.
Yeah, he's a no shit type of guy.
Yeah. He's like we were soft, embarrassing, disgusting. You know what I mean? Just got punched in the mouth right from the opening whistle. You know what I mean? It was.
Kids are hurt on the offensive line too.
You're tired of hearing I'm tired of hearing squids like Ben McAdoo, defend that piece of shit kicker. You know what I mean? These guys always want to go to bat for their guys instead of I got no problem backing your players up. But you know what I mean? When something's 100%, be truthful.
That's
right?
why I like Jeff Fisher.
Call spade to spade.
A lot of people don't like Jeff Fisher. I like what he said today in his press conference. Because they're like, is Goff ready to start? And he said, when Jared's ready to start, we will start him. He said, I'm not benching Case Keenum. He said, Kenny Britt stopped running on a post pattern when it would have been a touchdown. I'll bench receivers before I bench a quarterback. I said, I like that.
I love that.
He thought he wasn't the primary
target,
so
and he stopped running.
Yeah.
I like. Well, that's.
I loved it too.
First off, you know anything about Kenny Britt, you know that he's a me guy. That's
you know that.
100%.
You know that forever.
Right?
All the talent in the world.
He's driving a Lambo right now in Irvington, New Jersey. Yeah. He's a piece of shit.
He is a piece of shit.
The best is when he got into the accident or whatever, and he ran from the cops and then parked the Lambo, and got out and started walking, and they found him. They're like, dude, what are you doing? And he's like, what? That wasn't me. It's like, you're the only asshole with Tennessee license plate Lamborghini in the ghetto right now, dude. What are you talking about? You play for the Titans. We know who you are.
Yeah.
You moron.
I like that. I like the Zimmer gets on him because you're 5-0. You're smelling yourself. You come out. You don't play up to par essentially to what he wants you to, and sometimes you need that kick in the ass to get back on the right track. So I like that.
Oh yeah, tough
I like
love.
that. Yeah, you can't come out and be like, oh, we're still 5-1. We're okay.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
That's what a lot of guys will do.
We didn't block nobody. He's like, I'm gonna got my thumb on. I'm gonna fix whatever I can fix. Starting tomorrow. Whatever. It's gross.
I like that. Too many guys are worried about losing a locker room instead of just telling it how it is. Now you pick and choose
I think
your
it's
spots.
better to tell you how it is. Now you can't get on. There's certain guys that don't respond if you get on like that. Though you gotta know which guys that you can press.
Know your personnel.
KYP.
That's it.
Number one, KYP.
Yep. There's certain guys, and it's at every level. At the high school level, I know that. At the amateur level, I know there's guys that play for me that that guy's he's a little soft, right? If I wear him out, he's gonna go in a hole.
Yeah,
he's gonna go in a hole. You know what I mean?
He's gonna be sitting on the bench to press.
Yeah. So I don't treat him like a prima donna, but you gotta put your arm around him, and you gotta kind of get in his dish privately. You know what I mean? Where other guys, I can wear out everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? One of your favorites, Sky Duff, is a tough kid. I wear him out all the time. That's it. He's ready to go.
Yeah, some guys and kids can handle it, and some can't.
Yeah.
I thought Andy always did a good job of picking and choosing his battles with that too.
Yeah, Andy did.
Yeah, I thought he always handled that well.
That he did. So we're gonna move on to some Dallas here.
Yeah, we're gonna move on to Dallas.
Let's do the trivia question.
Trivia?
Or whatever. It's not trivia.
No, there's no trivia happening. Okay. Listen, we're going to tease the audience and do the poll question on the other side.
We'll do it on the other side?
Yeah. Eagles post game is brought to you by the Sports Outlet. Located right in Glendora, New Jersey. For all your sporting needs, find them on the web, sportsoutletinc.com. This is Agree Disagree, only on a2dradar.com. We're going to come back. Eagles, Cowboys preview. We'll dive into our poll question, a ton more. All on the other side. This segment was brought to you by BMW Atlantic City. Located right off exit 37 on the Parkway. Find them online, bmwatlanticcity.com.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by The Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. Located 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-939-2030 or email them at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.sportsoutletinc.com for all your sporting needs. The Sports Outlet.
Hey, do you need to get your skills in shape? Then contact the Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com. John Scanzano offers individual, semi-private, and team training lessons in hitting, pitching, catching, outfield, along with turf rentals. The Scanzano Sports Center is equipped with a 31,000 square foot indoor facility, 4 batting cages, and a 4,000 square foot strengthening and conditioning room. So what are you waiting for? Contact the Scanzano Sports Center today.
You're listening to Agree to Disagree, only on A2DRadio.com.
We're back. Agree, disagree. Live from the BMW Atlantic City studios. We're right here in Mount Eve, New Jersey. BMW Atlantic City. We're off exit 37 of the Parkway. Find them online. BMWAtlanticCity.com. Tom Arnone, Brian Wilson, Nick Delgazzo, Rob Povey on the ones and twos. We opened Eagles post game. Broke down a little bit of Eagles Vikings. We chatted. We chatted about other things like we do, but we're going to get into our Eagles Cowboys preview. We're going to play the Roaches this week, Sunday night, in our poll question.
It's a big week.
Cowboy week.
Our poll question, you can vote on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. A2D Radio is where you can find us after another big home win. How will the Philadelphia Eagles play on the road next week in a big matchup against the Dallas Cowboys? Win a close one, lose a close one, win big, or like we talked about, something we don't want to hear, the doors blown off. That's brought to you by Scanzano Sports. Find them on the web, scanzanosports.com. And there Eagles Cowboys preview by Gibson Mayer LLC, your certified public accountant. Find them on the web, gibsonmayer.com. So, gentlemen,
What are you feeling?
you want to start right with me?
Yeah.
Well,
Let's you go first.
We'll start off. The line's -5, and we just looked at it. And ESPN puts out their percentages.
The early line.
Yeah, they put out their early line, but they put out their percentage, right? The matchup predictor. 31% Eagles, 68 Cowboys. That's heavy. And that's real heavy. I thought that'd be a lot closer than what it was. And I thought this would be more.
They're at home.
Yeah. Straight up, or
Well, you get.
They're playing good ball.
No, that's straight up. Yeah, that's straight up. Yep. That's straight up. All right, you want me to go first?
Yeah.
I see some similarities to this week in terms of coming off a bye for the Cowboys. Everybody's telling you how great you are. They are a good football team.
They're really good.
Offensively, I still not in love with that defense. I still think you can move the ball in that defense.
No, you can, but they are really good. And the last year and a half, we haven't done shit against them, like offensively. Since we beat them on Thanksgiving, we haven't done anything against them offensively because they've just been locking us down. And I'm hoping that doesn't happen this week, obviously. But
Did we score some points in that in the overtime game last year in Dallas? No. I thought that was kind of a shootout a little bit, wasn't it?
I don't even remember. I know the game.
Remember that Matthews
I know the
scored a
home game
touchdown.
was terrible.
Bradford and Matthews. I thought that was like a 30. I thought they got in the 30s that game. I thought.
We might have.
Yeah, I mean,
That's when we won in Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah, we won in Dallas, and they.
No, we always win in Dallas. That's what's. I mean, the one thing is we usually play better in Dallas than we do at home against Dallas. So that's one thing you can kind of hang your head on. But it's going to be a tough game. We're going to be on the road. We haven't played that well on the road yet. So I mean, against Chicago we did, but they're Chicago. Dallas isn't Chicago. Got to stop the run.
Yeah.
Got to stop the run. Got to stop the run. If we don't stop the run, we're going to be in big trouble. If we don't, I'll tell you right now, if we don't stop the run, we get blown out. The poll question, I'd answer D if we don't stop the run. But I think we're going to. And
I'm going to go we win a close one. I'm going to go 24-21 Eagles.
You're thinking right where I am.
A late field goal, Sturgis wins it. It's just right where I have. I think it's going to be a tough game for both teams. I don't think it's easy. I mean, the matchups, really similar in terms of, points per game. You got the Cowboys about 27, 26 and a half. We're 27. Points allowed. We give them about 15. They're giving about 18. They give up a lot more yards than us. I mean, they give up almost 60 more yards a game than us. And yards allowed, 40. We give up 40 less yards allowed. So, I mean, them kind of little things lean towards the Eagles a little bit more for me when things are close like that. If I'm diving into numbers, which, what my eyes tell me is Dallas is physical. They can run the football. But something we've always done well is matched up well with that offensive line, especially in Dallas. Now, I'm not saying we're going to stuff Ezekiel, but it's also Prescott. He hasn't hit that learning curve yet. And you've seen Wentz hit it.
If you can make them, if you can stop the run, then you can make him have to throw, and people know he has to throw, and then it's going to be tough for him. But if you're not stopping run, which no one has against them for 4 or 5 straight weeks now, then he's got,
there's ebb and flow, babe.
Easy.
There's where the ebb and flow comes in again to me. They cannot continue this. Listen, he's not breaking the all-time leading rushing record this year. I just don't see it happening from a rookie. Could he? It would be our worst nightmare that happened to us. You know what I mean? I don't see him breaking it this year. You know what I mean? These are rookies, both of them. And they're both real talented. But you see Wentz hit a little bit of a hiccup. Prescott's going to hit a hiccup.
Well, if you get to him, you got to get to him.
That's the whole point. I think
he has the best O-line in football.
Well, you're asking me to start it. I'm starting by saying I think this is the week where he hits a couple hiccups. He turns the ball over a couple times. I just think this is the week he does it.
Got to get to him.
Are they a 6-1 football team? The same thing with Minnesota. I talked about last week. They
might be a
6-1. They're not to me. No way. That defense is not good enough to be 6-1.
The D hasn't played that bad. No.
I understand that because they're keeping them off the field, like the Romo and Murray.
When you have the best offensive line in football, you're pretty darn good.
But the year Romo and DeMarco Murray had their big years, they kept.
Yeah, but their defense was worse that year than it is this year.
I understand that, but Tony
Sean Lee's healthy.
Tony didn't turn the ball over. Tony didn't turn the ball over. They managed the clock well. All them things are sort of replicating again this year. Yeah. I just think I don't think they're a 6-1 football team, and I think we're more evenly matched, which will put us both at 5-2. That's just where I see it.
Listen, it's 6 games in.
There's no locks coming here.
No, I don't care.
So
what you
FYI,
say. I'm just thinking.
I don't care what the fuck I say. You want to do the show yourself. You hear what he said? I don't care what you say.
I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that, idiot.
I think he meant
Christ almighty. Yeah, I'm saying you want to call it lock, call it lock. I don't care.
Yeah.
But
you can't do that, eh?
Yeah, I know you can't. It's not a lock. It's going to be a tough game. I think we're going to win 27-23 just because I refuse to pick Dallas. And 23, I think 23-20, we scored a late touchdown for the win. And I hope it happens. I'd love to see that we're going to go in and we're going to blow their doors off, but that's not going to happen. I just hope we stop the run. We stop the run, we can beat them. We don't stop the run, it's going to be a long, long day or a long night, I would say, because it is next Sunday night.
Oh, well, smash Adams. Brian, my kid takes better care of himself than you. My Cowboys are going to beat the Eagles, Joe Kane style. Let's put the women and children to bed and go hunting for dinner.
That's fine.
Go looking for dinner.
No one cares what he says. He's from Lindenwold. He doesn't even know the alphabet.
This is
Scotty Duarte said, I think he's saying that we put up 33 points in OT.
All right, well, that's cool.
So, that game.
Well, let's score some points.
He said, how can you forget that?
Let's score some points.
He actually attacked you. He said, how can you forget that?
I got you, Scotty. I got you, brother.
That was when our team was terrible already at the end of the year. But
That was right
yeah.
before Bradford got hurt.
I think it's
No, it wasn't. Was it? It was after.
No, Bradford threw that
He
touchdown.
threw that touchdown. Yeah.
Oh, he did. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Well, I mean, listen. Let's get it done.
We played them twice early on. We played them week 2, and then we played them again like week 5, if you remember. We played them real close together.
Well, I know week 2 was home, and that
we
game
got-
was ugly.
We watched that game together.
Yeah, it was like the ugliest game I've
We
ever
refused
seen.
to ever do that again for a while.
It was just such an ugly game.
Yeah.
That's probably the only thing I remember from last year is how ugly that game was.
Yeah, it was terrible.
At Philly.
But I think we played them like week 5 again. So we played them. We played the Cowboys early on last year, and then that was the OT win. And then a couple weeks later is when Bradford got hurt against Miami.
Miami, yeah, that was tough.
And then
that was,
wheels
that
fell
was the
off.
end of our season. Yeah,
that was the end of Chip's tenure here.
Bucks
Yeah.
and Lions, right in a row.
Yeah,
they were 2 ugly games.
and then we went and beat New England somehow.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
who knows? It's
Sweets,
ebbs
what do
and
you
flow.
got
The
this-
ebbs
yeah,
and flow of the NFL,
yeah,
man.
Sweets, what do you got this week?
No, I think it's you this is a game that you always circle on your calendar. We talked about the measuring sticks of the the initial one was the Steelers. You got by that. It was at home. All right. Then obviously today another home game against an undefeated. A really defensive. Real good. Good team defensively. So you got by that one. So this is your next hurdle.
Yeah, this is a big game.
This is
it's a
huge
really
game.
big
And
game.
this is,
It's a conference.
it's in
It's a division game, and we're 0-1 in the division. So it's a big game.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, I look at it. It's going to be a little Donnybrook action. It's going to be tight. Kind of like Willie said. I just don't know. About the run. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, just what happened. Obviously 2 weeks ago, the Redskins game, that's in the past. But it still just sits there like, what if? I'm looking.
Well, we can't get behind like we did the last 2 games on the road. I'll tell you that. Because if we come out and get punched in the mouth and go down, they're just going to run it down our throat.
Yeah, that's when it gets ugly.
Yeah.
The sweepers point. That's when he might rush for $180. But if you can get an early lead, like we talk about, let start making them one-dimensional, make them have to throw the football, and I think that's where you'll turn the ball over a little bit, and you can pin your ears back and go get him.
Rattle
him a little bit.
I'm of the opinion
He
that
hasn't been hit around all
I would
year.
take the ball. Like if we won the coin toss,
Oh, yeah,
I'd
take the ball.
I'd take ball.
I take the ball.
Yeah.
Just
Like
like you did.
I want to get an early lead.
Yeah. No, listen. I think
Doug's got to
it's
see that about
obviously,
this football team. He's got to start noticing that.
Yeah.
That this is a team that needs the lead. Not that other teams don't, but when you're playing a wide 9, it helps to get the lead.
Oh, I mean, listen. Everybody's been looking forward to it. They've been circling it on the calendar. It's the 2 rooks are going at it.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, Wentz is a guy that responds when the lights come on. So I mean, I wouldn't.
It's a big game.
It's a huge.
It's
game.
a big game.
So,
Sunday night football, baby.
If anybody
Carrie's singing.
If some of these guys can make some plays for him, he's
Trump's grabbing.
I think he's going to throw.
Hopefully.
He's going to sling it around and he's going to put up some numbers. I think he. Like I said, he got a little nervous.
You think he
today.
bounces back?
Yeah,
You think that's his
Well,
bounce back?
Listen, this is what we see. We know what he's made of. Let's see. On the road, huge game, huge conference game. I don't know if they have enough. I mean, 5 in a row. The Cowboys. They're rolling.
Cowboys are rolling. They did
Cowboys
just
are
get a
rolling.
bye. Hopefully the bye kind of interrupts that roll, kind of like it did us.
Yeah, exactly.
And what it did to Minnesota?
And Eagle fans love when
Right? Who did it do it to? We're 3-0. We go to a bye. We come out
Yeah,
flat.
but they're home though, which helps.
I understand. Minnesota goes on a bye. They come out little flat.
We were on the road. They were on the road.
I understand. I'm just.
I know. I hope.
This week's
Eagle-
point. What are they getting told all week? They go back home. Everybody goes back home to the family, and it's a love affair. And these are kids now.
It's a suck fest.
You have 2 big positions that are rookies. I know these kids, from all reports, they get it right now, but they're still kids. And when you smell, and you're getting smell like Carson was getting smell when he went home, right? He came out a little rusty against Washington. I see the same thing happening with Dak and Ezekiel this week. I just think that it becomes a little bit of you made it. Right, I just think it's natural reaction to say, "Hey, we're 5-1. This game's easy, right?" Like Ezekiel's running for more yards than he ran for in college right now, so he's thinking this is easy, right?
Yeah, I mean 130.
Boom, a little smack in the mouth.
130s don't grow on trees. That's what he's doing.
I know, it's unbelievable.
Put up 130s left and right.
It's unbelievable, yeah.
Eagle Nation loves when I do it, so we'll go Cowboys. We'll go Dan Bailey late field goal 24-23. I mean, yeah, 24-23. There we go.
You have to do it. You have to do it.
He does.
You have to.
He does.
We're okay with it. 'Cause
We were
have
pushing
to.
him back in a corner if he didn't. We weren't letting him out.
We were stealing the jacket.
We weren't letting
and telling you to leave.
Last week was last week was an enigma. All right, we know it.
Leave your jacket and go home.
We knew Tommy was going with the stone cold lead pipe. All right, so I went 17-13 birds. But I'm going back. I'm going back to the other side now. Let's go.
Come on, Scotty. Would you stay away from last year talking about this Cowboys game? He goes, no, it wasn't. It was mid-season. Does it really matter?
Yeah, who cares?
Like, I'm not going back. I'm not Farmer's freaking almanac right now. You know what I mean? I'm not the farmer. Going back, remembering everything that happened. They played close. It was in a 4-week stretch or 5-week stretch of each other.
I don't care.
Just FYI.
I don't care when they play. They play twice every year, Scott.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah.
We
I
know.
like Scott, but come on. Then give me the week then. Don't Google.
Yeah, I'm not Googling.
Not you. Him.
Yeah, I'm just saying
Don't you
that.
Google, Scott.
I don't care.
Don't you Google that.
It's got to be week 8 or 9 probably.
I don't care when they play.
No,
I don't care.
no, I'm just saying.
It's two different teams. I want to beat them this Sunday. All right? That's what I want. Can we come out and beat Dallas Sunday? Can we stop the run?
Statement
That's
time.
what it is.
Statement time.
Statement game.
Statement time.
Stop the run. I'm tired of hearing about these fucking Cowboys.
Love it.
All right? I really am. I'm done. Okay? Everyone's all ridiculous. Everyone's all redact up. All right? I want to put an end to that real
Well,
quick.
Big K, Benny Logan, hopefully be back this weekend.
Hopefully.
Too. He was
Even though I'm on. I told you.
I'm fine with Bo,
I like
too.
Bo. Bo makes plays.
Is that
Bo
B.O.?
knows.
Is that B.O. or
B-E-A-U.
Oh, okay.
Let's go with Bo.
I like him too, but Benny's a good football player.
I know. Very good football player.
And
Don't get me wrong.
He was game time today. Game time decision today, which makes me think if he's game
the
time
more-
today, he's back next week.
The more personnel you got, the more you can run them in and out. all
True.
right? Especially against the Hogs. All right, I want give me some fresh guys that want to trade blows with these guys. All right?
Yeah, that's what you need.
There's no problem. Let's go get them both in there.
And you always say, it's Fletcher's notorious for not playing that great on the road. Well, we need Fletcher to show up this Sunday night.
Well,
Will the real Fletcher Cox please stand up?
when he decides to let it go, you know what I mean? When
I wanna see him
when he gets
dominate.
1-on-1, when you get cute and say, you know what, like today they doubled him all freaking day, right? Then at one point they go, we're gonna leave him 1-on-1, and he just throws the left rip, throws the guy over, gets in the backfield, stuffs a run out that he had no business even being a part of. You know what I mean? And stuffs that out. I'm like, man, when you try to play him 1-on-1, it's gonna get ugly for you.
You just hope he's hibernating like one play, and he doesn't.
He stole David DeCastro's lunch and ate it in front of him a couple weeks
And
ago.
I don't think
David DeCastro is one of the best
last week
in the business.
And he owned up. You got to love the fact that he looked in the mirror, took responsibility, which
Of course you do, Jim.
which was awesome. And came out today, and like you said, he was double teamed a bunch of times, but he still wrecks havoc.
What's Jim saying? He thinks the Cowboys are going to win?
No, I love it. He goes, first of all, I totally agree with you guys. If the Eagles start slow, the Cowboys capitalize and run their offense and win 31-20. Dak versus Wentz. Wilson, you created ridiculous.
I did. I told you. Hey, I feel like I should start shirts for Dallas because ridiculous is good, and I did create ridiculous.
That is good. That is real good.
He's been playing ridiculous. We're trying to knock him down. We're going to knock him off the pedestal.
Maurice Griffin chiming in.
I didn't realize you did that.
Maurice, I guess he loves your quote here. Maurice Griffin chiming in. I'm tired of hearing about those fucking Cowboys. LOL.
Yeah,
we're fucking tired of them.
Let's go. We're sick of
Listen,
it.
you know what I'm willing to take? I'm willing to take the 15-yard.
teams.
I'm
Really.
willing to take the 15-yard penalty. If we score first, one of our wideouts run to the goddamn star. Run to the star.
No,
slam it down. And let's say we're fucking here.
You can't.
We're here.
No, run
You
to the
can't
star.
do it.
Don't run to the
T.O.
star.
couldn't even get there.
You
can't get there.
We don't have enough speed to get there. We really don't. I mean, it's got to be Josh Hoff, hopefully. He's the only guy with speed to get there.
Smallwood.
I'm telling you, I think
Who's going to take him out? Mo Claiborne? Stop it, Mo. All right, you've had a good season so far, but you can get exposed real easily.
I don't even want that. I'd rather someone take a 15-yard penalty by taking a shot on Dak. Late shot, drill him. Someone drill him. Let them know, hey, we're here. We're here to play. Oh, this is a division game. We're here to play.
I like that.
You're not playing Cincinnati.
You didn't like the star drop, though?
A little Jarvis Landry. Are you looking for a little?
Ah,
Are you looking for a little Jarvis Landry?
Jarvis today. Hey,
hello,
say
crackback.
hello, crackback style. It sucks that that's illegal now, but I mean, I guess I know why. I mean, that guy was on the ground for a
And
while.
he had a neck issue last year. That dude made his way back, and oh my God,
Jarvis
his head
buried
came off.
him.
Yeah, he's still looking for his head in South Beach.
Wow.
somewhere.
Here's one
Goodness
for you,
gracious.
Tom, since you want to bring up the star. Who hit him?
Oh,
Second time we went to it, who hit him? I know who it was.
Teague.
George Teague.
George Teague.
George
Yep,
Teague.
that's correct.
First time was Woodson, right? Darren Woodson. Like
Well, no, I didn't hit him.
no, it was.
He ran to the store, and then Emmett scored and ran to the store and like slammed the ball and stared at their sideline.
And then he went again.
And then he went around again, and Teague.
Tiggy.
No, but Woodson. I feel like Woodson was around the first one for some reason.
When he
I don't think so.
he spiked it on the star in the end zone on the helmet, Woodson pushed him a little bit. It wasn't as
Yeah, because I remember.
Okay, yeah. I knew Darren Woodson was a part of
Remember
something.
when he went
That was
back? He
before
did it.
he went to the
he did
50.
it. He did
Yep.
it. Yeah, he did it at the store in the end zone.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
He did it the first time, and then Evan run. And then, oh my God, it turned into a clusterfuck. But guess what? I love it.
Oh yeah.
Loved it. Tio.
Well,
Tio's
he
the
was a
best.
Niner at the time, so I
Yeah,
didn't
but it didn't matter.
But
Yeah, we cared. we cared. I
I
hate the Niners.
I hate the Cowboys so
Yes.
much that I don't care who they're playing.
Listen, I despise the Giants. Despise the Giants. Like close to despising as much as the Cowboys. And I actually root for the Giants, unless we need one team to win or the other. And I hate the Giants with a passion. So that's just the hate that I have for the Cowboys.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
that bad. But yeah, so I knew Darren pushed him the first time, but when he went and spiked on the star, I mean that's great. But whatever kind of statement you can make, it's Sunday Night Football. It's for first place in the division.
It's a big game.
And I think the sweeps point. I think Carson comes out and slings it. I think he has a real good game.
I hope he does.
Because that's his avid flow. He's
I'd
not
like
going
to see us run on them. I'd like to get the running game going a little bit here.
I like to see.
Yeah,
I
that'd
like
be
to
nice.
see-
Because I think you can run on
Well, we
them.
started. I thought we ran the ball semi well today.
Not that, listen, considering how good of a
who we
run
played?
defense they
Yeah.
are, not bad.
I mean, we were playing Madden on All Pro today, like our first time.
All Madden.
Really, All Madden. Like
Probably.
it's the first time you're playing against the defense on All Madden. It's your first time picking up the control in like a year. That's what it's like for quarterbacks and running backs and offensive linemen and wide receivers when you play against the Vikings. That's what it is.
Well,
But guess
listen,
what happened?
you're-
Guess what happened? We matched it. We matched it defensively.
We had to.
I love to see Peterson set the tone. Just smack Garrett right in his face pregame.
Yeah. When they
Go
shake
over-
hands.
Yeah. Just lay him out. That shit-eating grin on his face, dude. It's like he's everybody's best friend.
Yeah.
I hate him. I hate him.
Show him who the real backup was, Dougie.
High-fiving.
All right, show him who the real goddamn backup of the NFC East was. Come on, Doug. Showed up his ass.
Ginger
He's always
pussy.
high-fiving guys. Seriously.
pussy. He is. He is, mister.
Fucking cheerleader. Fucking pom-pom.
He is
Put
like
your
a
pom-poms
cheerleader. He is
down.
like a cheerleader. I swear he is.
Fucking little bitch. Yeah, now you got me cursing. I haven't cursed in months.
You're fine. We know who runs that.
In months!
Turn it up.
It's Cowboy Week.
Sweeps.
We know who runs that football team.
It's
Oh, yeah.
Cowboy Week.
Let's not forget
Jerry
that.
makes him kiss the ring every time he walks in the room. Kiss the ring. Kiss the ring.
And his-
he's like,
The ring.
And he's like, smell
And
that.
as long as he's in charge,
No, that was garbage. I was with Trump last
Guess where
night.
his fingers have been? Kiss the ring.
and as long as
I was with Donald last night. Kiss the ring.
and as long as he's pulling all the strings, you gotta love
Had a
it.
couple of whores from the cheerleading squad up here.
Kiss the ring.
Kiss the ring.
Because he's gonna continue to drive it into the ground. We love when he's running it. We love that.
Oh, I hope,
Yeah.
he, I hope he finds the fountain of youth.
He's a giant Romo fan, so he's the guy that's saying he's the guy that's saying that he's gonna play with a straight face.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the locker room will be 30 times worse than what Kaepernick's done if you put him in?
Oh, my God. You're better off kneeling. Jerry's
Oh,
better off
my
going down
God.
the field and taking
Dude,
a knee.
I'm telling you right now, when Dak plays bad a game, which is going to happen, he's a rookie. He's going to have a bad game.
Yeah, this
They're going to
Sunday.
put Romo in. They're going to put Romo in.
Oh, I know. It's coming. We all know it's coming.
It's coming. I mean, he might not be in long because I don't. First off, you don't. How could you expect Tony after he's played maybe like 2 games in the last year and a half to come in and play well? I just don't see it.
Listen, if you want to preserve Tony Romo, right? You sit him the whole year and you hope that you get him back next year. For Jerry who loves him, you sit him the whole year. You play with house money this year,
And you can't
right?
even cut him.
You're playing with house money this year.
That's the best part. Is you can't even cut him.
Are you talking like a glass case break in case of emergency?
Yeah, exactly. Like you gotta put him in a bubble, put him in a bubble in your house, bubble boy in your spare bedroom, Jared, one of your spare rooms. Bubble him up, wrap him up, keep him there for the whole
gimp.
year.
Right next to the gimp.
Right, and Sean Lee will be coming in
You
real
know he's
soon
got a
anyway.
gimp. Jerry's definitely got a gimp. Come on.
By the way, Sean Lee will be in that room as well very shortly too. But to the point is that you can't, with a straight face, like you're saying, you can't go to him this year, no matter how bad Dak plays. You just can't. If you want Tony Romo to be your quarterback next year for Jerry Jones' sake, because that's who he wants, you got to let him get fully healthy a full year, in my opinion.
I don't think there's any chance he's their quarterback next year. But the best part is they can't cut him because Dallas is so dumb that they take like a $28 million cap hit if they cut him, which is spectacular. So they got to keep him on the roster.
Well, that's my point.
Or they trade him, but no one's going to trade for a 36-year-old with no back.
No.
So good
But
luck.
do you understand what I'm saying? Like, if that's who you want your guy to be, and you still have him under contract next year, then why would you even consider him playing him this year when you're 5-1? You're playing with house money
they
now.
shouldn't. But listen.
You weren't expected to be good this year. They weren't expected to be good.
But sometimes you got to remember, okay, everyone talks about Brady Bledsoe. If you remember, Bledsoe came in the AFC Championship game.
Oh, I'm not saying.
Sometimes you need him. You might need him.
I understand. I'm not talking about putting him on IR. I'm just talking about not playing him unless it's like you're saying
they're not
an
going to
emergency.
play. They're not going to play.
You're not going to go to Sanchez. I get that.
They're not going to play him.
I get that.
They shouldn't play him. They're not going to play him unless Dak plays bad. That's the only way.
But how long of a leash? You think?
I think it should be long, but it's not going to be that long because of Jerry.
Well, I think when you're 5-1, it would have to be at least a 3-week leash. I mean, he'd have to play bad for 3 consecutive weeks. I mean, really bad.
I think 2. I think if he plays bad for 2 weeks, they'll go to Tony.
I agree with you. I'm just saying what I would.
Only if they lose, right? Yeah. Only if they
lose. Yeah, if they play bad 3 straight weeks and lose 3, I would say that's when I think Jerry would go to him. I mean, if I'm Jerry, I don't go to him, period, because this is what I would think is my franchise quarterback moving forward. And why would I bench a kid, bring him back?
Yeah, but he loves Tony.
I understand, but what does that do to a kid?
That's fine.
Right? We talk about prospects when you bring them up.
Hopefully it does terrible things to him because I hate the Cowboys.
No, me too, but just talking as a, just talking strictly
as an NFL fan.
Unbiased about it for a second. It's like bringing a kid up to the major, sending them back down.
Don Brown.
It doesn't, especially when somebody's successful.
Don Brown.
So what do you do to his confidence if after 3 weeks he plays bad, right? And you never give him the chance to work it out. So how does he end his season? With a bad taste in his mouth.
Hopefully.
Right? That's how it's going to play. That's how it'll play out.
Hopefully.
That's why I love Jerry.
Yeah.
Fuck it all up, Jerry.
Find that fountain of youth, Jerry.
I mean, we'll see. Listen, we'll see how he does when he faces adversity. He hasn't faced any adversity. Week 1 was a tight game. The guy, Knucklehead Williams, didn't get out of bounds. So there was really no adversity there.
The people that try to tell me that they were going to win that game, like he wasn't hitting a 65-yarder.
Yeah, no.
All right, come on. No, but I've had Dallas fans like, we should be 6-0. No, you fucking shouldn't. No. Should he have ran out of bounds there? Absolutely. Yeah. He's not hitting a 65-yarder. Come on. Let's be honest. He's a great kicker. He ain't hitting 65-yarder.
Everything thus far has been peaches and cream for him. You know what I mean? He's coming up smelling like roses. So we'll see, when he faces a little adversity. On a day, like Willie said, when you can't run the ball. Ruh-roh. Now what? All right, now what? You got to win. You got to win with your arm. I mean, to me, you're talking about Colonel Checkdown. I haven't seen that guy stretch the field all year, and he's doing what he's doing what they what they call for.
They run the shit out of the ball. He doesn't get touched. He's probably been sacked twice.
Everything's play action.
No need for it. Right?
Everything doesn't get touched.
Everything them's read option, play action.
Yeah.
It's their whole offense is set up.
Yeah.
To suit him, which is Jason Garrett doing a good job putting him in good positions. No, you can't question that.
No, it's smart. That's why you got to.
He has
if you stop the run and you make them have to try to throw to beat us, that's when you can get under. Hopefully you can get after him and make them make mistakes.
And he has a good slot receiver in Beasley.
Yeah.
That fits that kind of play action style.
Baby Edelman. And I'm of the opinion, and I hate the Cowboys again, but I'm of the opinion that I would try to trade Dez. I don't think you're playing so good without him. Why mess it up? Because he's going to start complaining if he doesn't get the ball. They're not throwing downfield, so he's not going to be getting the ball deep. You know what I mean?
I think the best thing is him playing this week.
I think you should ship him. Oh, yeah. No, I hope he does play this week. Maybe he might cut his fingers again cooking soup. You don't even know.
Can't make this shit up.
No, he's the ultimate me guy. So
yeah, I'd rather have him play.
I don't care if he.
I hope he plays. I hope we take the lead.
He might pretend like he wants to win. Yeah, he might pretend like he wants to win, but he don't. If he catches one ball for 9 yards and you still win for like 3 straight weeks, you'll start to see that the Incredible Hulk come out. You know what I mean? Like he don't care if he's 9-1. He's a me guy.
Yeah, a guy I hate.
He's a me guy.
A guy I hate on radio. Skip Bayless. Can't stand him. Okay? But he said the same thing, that he would trade Des Bryant.
I would.
So just to go to your point, I don't like the
I
guy,
would.
but that's a Cowboy. The guy's really locked into the Cowboys. I hate Skip Bayless.
He's got Jerry in his mouth right now.
Oh, yeah, he's blowing him. But my point is he's right, with a guy who's deep into Dallas like that.
Gargle me.
Sorry, Jerry, I missed the drop.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
I'm here for
Skip,
the polishing.
Skip, you missed a little bit. Oh, my God.
I got 2 ball bags. Hold on.
Shannon, you want some too?
Yeah, I'm here for the gangbang.
But, I mean, now that you brought that up, I mean, it's unbelievable what FS1. I couldn't care less because the worldwide leader of fraud cracks me up. But could FS1 just could they copy more off ESPN? They bring that jabroni over, team him up with another jabroni, and they argue face to face. Like it's the same show. It's the same show.
But you know what though? That show, it's like the most watched show. It's crazy. Sure. I hate Skip Bayless, but
it's like Howard Stern. Like,
but I'm saying
Howard Stern lovers and haters.
The reason FS1's doing that is because ESPN had to fire all their top-making guys because no one's watching ESPN anymore. They're losing terrible amounts of money. So FS1's just been, you want to fire all you guys that make good money? We're just going to take them in and take all your business. FS1's the number 1 rated sports network now. Watch out. Because ESPN's frauds. Because they became the MTV of sports.
Colin Coward's huge for them too. I like Colin Coward.
Colin Coward is good.
He's good. I mean,
I hate his voice. But
I do, but he's smart. He's smart. I like what he said. I mean, he keeps it honest.
He's like a weasel. He's probably never played sports in his life.
Yeah, but he never feels like he has agendas out. That's why I like Colin Coward. Like I never feel like that. Oh, that's his favorite team. You know what I'm saying? Like you never get that. Like he'll talk about the Eagles. I think it was last year about Bradford, and he talked about that. If Bradford stays healthy, this is a good football team. Blah blah blah. But you hear him talk about other teams, you're like, well, who does he like? Who is his team? And I like that when you're national.
Well, you
got to be unbiased. You got to be unbiased. And Skip will be the first guy to tell you that he blew Jerry.
Spurs Cowboys.
Yeah, he blew Jerry and freaking Larry Allen in a bathroom back in the early '90s.
Oh yeah.
At the Iguana Mirage.
And Larry,
my uncle owned that place. That's why I threw that out there.
Yeah, Leon Lett was
Quick
there
plug
too.
for a place he doesn't own.
Larry had a whole...
That's where I met Shante Carver.
I know it was Nate Newton, right? I'm thinking of the guy.
I know, you were a half Dallas fan for a while.
Was never a fucking half
You were a
Dallas
half
fan.
Dallas fan for a while.
Dude, I was wearing an Eagles hat.
You showed me pictures like, look all these Dallas guys I met. Oh, it's amazing.
Dude, when you get Emmett's autograph, is that a bad? Like really you're not. Okay, you get the all-time leading rusher's autograph.
I would have walked up to him and said, "Go Eagles," and walked.
I did. Shante Carver took off my Eagles hat, turned it on backwards,
and y'all had a big laugh about it. You high five.
I was 12 freaking years old. You idiot.
That's all right. Yo, maybe at 12 years old, you weren't. You weren't.
Oh, shut your mouth.
You see the?
You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You just made the public dumber. You just made the public dumber.
Do you see the best player in baseball was at the
yeah, I did.
today?
He was there. Is he coming home?
He's always
season ticket fan.
He'll be there every game now.
I know, but I feel like he's going to play in Philly at some point. I said that vibe.
It's
like LeBron coming home. He's coming home.
If the Angels trade him, they should trade him. We've gone over this, but we're not going to do it again. But they should trade him.
No, I just feel like
their team is so bad, and you'll get so much.
So you don't think he'd want to come home and play though?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
right? I mean,
but he's been in the Angels the whole time. Then they offer him a $300 million contract. He's not going to be like, no, I'm not going to take it.
Well, if we can offer him a $300 million contract too, we're a bigger market.
Yeah, but usually you're pretty. I'm sure he's pretty loyal to them drafting him and him being there the whole time. He seems like a pretty loyal guy.
That's fine, but
I hear you. I'm sure he would love to play in Philly.
That's all I was wondering.
He's very loyal, and he wants to win, though. It's starting to get old.
I'm sure he wants to win.
You know what I mean? It's starting to get old. So.
Yeah, for anybody that talented. He's the freaking best overall player in baseball, and the team wins freaking 60 games.
Oh, they're terrible.
It's a disgrace.
They're terrible.
It's a disgrace.
They're awful.
And they tried to make they tried with the Josh Hamilton and Pujols. Now, they got some years out of Pujols, but he's at the end. He's at the end. They have no talent around him.
Pujols still a good player. But
no question. He's still going to hit you 35.
He can get 100 RBIs, but the problem is everyone's
not batting 300 anymore.
No one can pitch. No one can pitch.
It's an absolute revolving door.
That is very true.
The Colorado of the West Coast. It's gross.
But, yeah, I think that we need to, establish the run. And I wanted mine, to your point, some kind of, let you know we're here. But I'm a big fan. If we get the ball first, love a play action. Love taking a shot early. And, listen, we talked about it. If this defense gets a lead, this game could get uglier. I think it's a 24-21 game. I think it's a close game. but I'm getting that vibe again that week off is going to hurt Dallas, a little bit of their momentum, and these kids are going to make some mistakes. There's no way that they go through a season. It's not realistic. He's not going through a season throwing one pick and never turn the ball over. It's going to come in bunches for him.
It depends how much lead you're talking about, too, because when you can run the football, you don't have to panic.
Yeah, you
don't
don't
have to panic. You know what I mean? You can still –
That's the whole thing.
You know, it's just the teams that are, you know, when you get down – like 14 or 20, then you feel like you got to air it out all the time, and that's when you guys, pin them back, and you become one-dimensional. But when you can run the football, it's not out of reach, but you want to get up, absolutely.
No, if you can make it a two-score game going in the fourth quarter is what I'm saying. And that's where you put a team in a real one-dimensional situation. Now, you're not going to make them one. Yeah, you're not going to make them.
Fourth quarter, wow.
Jason Garrett sticks to his guns a lot with that stuff, and you're right. And he's not going to shy away from the run.
You're the best of the line. You should run the ball.
He's not going to shy away from
you're
it.
Taking the double-digit lead going to the fourth, dude. Sign me up for that.
I'm even saying if you're up 10, you sort of you press them a little bit.
I understand.
You press them a little bit. Now, I to your point, like other teams will get away from the run, down 2 scores early on in games. That's not his MO. Jason Garrett. It's just not his MO. He's gonna run the football.
It shouldn't. If you have the best O-line in football, it should never be your MO to stop running the ball.
I'm saying to your point. A lot of coaches will get away from it or get cute or feel like we talk about
because they don't have the best O-line in football.
Pressing, like we got to come back. Like we talked about the Eagles last 2 weeks that they don't have that kind of offensive line. They don't have that kind of running game, and we got to throw. And you start making, you make your rookie quarterback one-dimensional.
It's that famous saying. You know what I mean? Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Right? You know
true.
I mean?
Very true.
So it's like who can you keep what you're doing, or will you panic? Will you change who you are just because somebody knocked you out? So we'll see.
Well, you know why the Eagles win this game? And it's getting to the LOCK.
It
really is.
Blue collar.
Because there's no way they're winning 6 in a row.
I think they could. I mean, I don't know why you're saying there's no way.
I don't see it.
You watch them play because they're fucking good.
I don't see it.
He's a monster analytic guy.
I know.
He loves analytics.
He's one of those nerds. Well, if you notice, the guy that takes the 4 pitches.
Sneaky Billy Bean guy right there. Sneaky right there. Moneyball 2. Starring Nails Hardone. Trendzilla over there. Listen, I mean, I hear you, dude. Listen, that's what you want.
Gives himself nicknames and shit.
That wasn't given. I was given to me.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been.
Never said it. Never said it should have.
So I think we decided it should be snow cone, right?
Sure.
It was thrown out there. I mean, it wasn't voted on.
Well, it wasn't official. Jesus. Is that a grape snow cone?
Could be.
Cherry? I mean,
maybe rainbow.
It's not rainbow. It's cute.
It's cute. You hate to believe that they can win 6 in a row, and you hate to believe that they can be any good. Right?
But they are good. They are. I mean, I was going to
call
it out.
Just in general.
They are good.
I never said they weren't.
No, not you.
I know. I'm just saying they are good.
I agree with you guys.
As a hater,
they are a good football team.
It's Cowboy.
Hey, but anything can happen.
Listen, my point is, I just don't see them winning 6 in a row.
All right.
I think that's ridiculous talk. So you're telling me the Cowboys are going to win 6 in a row, but Minnesota, who's better? Right? Who's more realistic?
The Cowboys are better. Ooh. You think Minnesota's better than the Cowboys? You're crazy.
I think
Minnesota's not that good. I don't think. I thought the main reason that we were going to win today is because I don't think Minnesota's that good.
Their defense.
Their defense is really good. Yes, but their offense stinks.
I know. It gives you that stink mouth. You know what I mean? Gives you that like you just smelled a pile of shit. You know what I mean? For me, I'm like.
And
damn,
I mean,
what am I smelling?
Dallas defense might not be that great, but their offense is good.
Yeah. To me, they're more rounded. But I mean, who would think that? Like, I mean, I can't believe I'm thinking about that.
But is their defense well rounded?
No,
or have they been the beneficiary of an offense controlling the ball?
As a team, I'm saying they're well rounded.
Yeah, that's right. But to the point of their defense,
I said their defense isn't that great, but I think it's improved over last year.
Well, yeah, moving Byron Jones to safeties is definitely an upgrade.
Well, you have Sean Lee healthy; he's the best player in their defense.
We know the other guy is, last week. I mean, that's a big win last week. As much as we give the guy, we're all over Rodgers and stuff for having his head so far up that Hollywood pussy. It's crazy, but it's a big win to go into Lambeau. I mean, it wasn't like it was like 31-30. I mean, they absolutely dominated that game on defense. So I think that was like your first blueprint. Even though we know the Packers aren't right, they're saying, hey, this team's things are starting to fall in place on that side of the football. We know what they do on offense. So I mean, we'll see.
No, it makes sense. I just feel
Yeah,
like,
and you know what? And
I feel like it comes to an end. It doesn't.
Green Bay.
They're not going 15-1.
Green Bay.
Of course, this is
Green
second
Bay's got
divisional
issues.
game, right?
We've said it.
Yeah,
Green Bay's
second-
got issues.
Huge.
So I mean, everyone's
Well, right. I
pounding
mean,
their chest about beating Green Bay. Green Bay's got issues.
we talked about Minnesota. They're not going undefeated. Somebody's going to beat them. Same thing with Dallas. Are they going 15-1? The fuck they are.
No, it's
I
the
mean,
first
come on.
test. It's a huge. Even though it's the second conference game, to me, it's really the first because the first one was opening day, and the Giants are so soft. I don't. You're not going to get. They're not physical with you. So this is going to be. This is a test for them too. I mean, it's not just like, hey, the Eagles are. We got to worry about the Cowboys. The Cowboys got to worry about the Eagles too. I mean, they're going to show up. They're going to punch them in the face too. So we'll see. What side can withstand it.
Well, we can talk about divisional games are always close.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hard fought battles. But
they're gonna listen. It's won in the trenches.
Yeah.
That's why we're gonna have to outplay them. Our O line's gonna have to block their D line, and our D line's gonna have to outplay their O line, and then we win this game. And let's get it done.
Linebackers got to make some plays. They got to fly around. You know what I mean? Because like you said, that with that line, we're looking for the front four to obviously make some noise. But you got to keep those guys off the linebackers. This way, if they're free to run around and make some plays.
Oh, for sure.
Like Hicks did last year. He picked 6 in Dallas.
Yeah, Jordan Hicks.
I remember that pick 6.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Hicks can't play football today. He's tackling in the run game. But
he played well.
The front four did a good job, though. Getting upfield, great in pressure. And that's what they're there to do. Like I said, guys, I mean, I don't want to just look at like, okay, they're not going to win 6 in a row. I just think at some point, when does the rookie start making mistakes? And there's no better week than right now for him to start making some mistakes.
I agree.
Not saying he will. I mean, is there some smell of homerism in there? Yeah, but just the NFL being biased for a second, I'm going to say to myself, if I got to think about, or the Cowboys a 6-1 team and the Eagles a 4-3 team, or are they both more of a 5-2 team? Are they both more evenly matched than the records would indicate if Dallas won? So if I look at that, I'm going to say I think they're more both of a 5-2 team than Dallas being 6-1 and us being 4-3. We talk about ebb and flow in a season even out because it's real though. You have to look at it like that.
I never look at it like that.
Okay, so then they're 6-1 going to the next week. They're going to win again.
Yeah, but is
Come
Carolina
on, dude, it's the league.
1-6 team, dude? Like
Right now they are.
You can't look at it like that.
Yeah, they are when you look at what they lost.
No, I don't agree.
You look at Super Bowl hangovers. You're the idiot. I told you that they were going to be 8-8 or less. You bet the 100. There's no chance. So who's wrong?
It's not.
What?
They haven't lost 8 games yet. Fucking
Will you
asshole.
stop it? Will you stop it?
I told you they're going to be 8-8 or less.
Dude,
They haven't lost 8 games yet.
major holes.
They do have major holes. That's for sure. They probably should have kept Josh Norman.
Yeah.
Maybe they can't cover anybody.
Can't cover anybody.
Nobody.
2 rooks. They decided to go with 2 rooks. It's unbelievable.
But I mean, their division stinks though. They can still win.
Zeke's due to put one on the carpet, ain't he? I mean, come on.
I hope so.
He's due to get a little fumbleitis back to his Ohio State days, right? He was known to put a pig on the floor. He's been known to put a piggy.
He's hit the cough syrup
before.
before.
To put a piggy on the floor. So I mean, listen.
Yeah.
That's all you're trying to do. You're trying to see. From
He's good,
from
really good.
Of course he is. He's real good. But
you
see how they react when things aren't going their way, because it's just it's the typical Dallas, infighting. I'm waiting for it to come, and that's why it's great to have Dez as a Cowboy hater. For everybody that hates Cowboys, it's good to have Dez in that mix because he's volatile. You know what I'm saying? When it's not going well, right? He'll stir it.
They're adding gunpowder.
He'll stir it
They're
up.
adding some gunpowder.
A couple 3-and-outs, right? And he's in somebody's dish, and then there's arguing, and he's arguing at him. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to watch. The implosion. The implosion is a beautiful thing to watch, Pove. Pove, I mean,
I got a question.
Yeah,
when are we gonna do the show?
Feel free to
Next week.
give your take, Pove. I mean, we know what side you land on, but go ahead.
But we don't want to hear you talk. Not during Eagles.
Hey, I want to be quiet
Cowboys.
because there's a good vibe here on YouTube. A lot of people, I didn't want to, piss on the parade, but I really like David Irving. He's really shored up the middle line where we've had problems on the defensive line. And on top of that, you get back to Marcus Lawrence this week, too. He had suspension.
He'll pop positive again.
Yeah, he stinks.
He doesn't stink.
He stinks.
He's a guy.
Okay.
He stinks.
Okay. He's another guy that could put Wentz down. But I just think I like how this – it's going to boil down to the Cowboys' offense versus your all defense is a push. It's definitely a push. It's one of strength to strength. It's all going to be about how the Eagles' offense matches up against the defense. Can they expose them for being overachieving? I think that could be. I think that could be in the secondary with Claiborne and Carr.
Yeah,
they've been playing.
Can the Eagles wide receivers make some plays?
What I've liked about the Cowboys is that they've been tackling. And that's something that's been a sore subject for easily the past 4 years. So, they're going to make good tackles. How's it going to boil down on that? I don't know. It's a coin flip.
If you're asking me, if we go even on the others on Eagles defense, Cowboys offense, well, I'm giving the edge to the Eagles offense over Dallas defense. I just can't sell myself on that defense.
Well, our special teams better than theirs.
I was just going to say.
You know what I mean? I can't
Maybe
sell
with the
myself.
adages, though. That's what I'm saying. And you want to talk about an adage coming back, and Dez, who's been taking his place on his team, has been that kid Bryce, hitting him on the fade in the back corner of the end zones. If you can have Dez in that role like that, Dak's not going to be able to hit him long down the field. He's been pretty good with his passes over 20 yards. He's roughly about 95%. He threw that one pick last week that he didn't set his feet on. But he's not throwing a big long ball like you throw up to Julio Jones or A.J. Green. That's not that. That's more the Tony Romo offense. But eventually the kid will get there. It's not going to happen this year. With Dez, if he could just really run good routes in the red zone, kind of take that Alshon Jeffrey role, Dak has shown to take off a little bit off that fastball and have that nice touch in the back corners of the end zone. That's how the Cowboys could win.
Hey, Rob, Scotty Tuati says, David Irving, he's a backup. And then he goes,
yeah, how did he do last week?
He goes one good game, and now he's a defensive star, question mark.
I didn't say it.
It's typical cockroach, Scotty. It's fine. We let the cockroach talk for a little bit. It's fine.
I said he shored up a defensive line. I never said he's a star, but thanks for chiming in. Appreciate it.
Well,
keep it coming.
Yeah.
Will's killed you immediately, though. Just.
We love to stamp out cockroaches, Scotty, so keep it up.
Raid.
Well, your boy Jimmy's coming back. I bet you Jimmy's going to creep back in now.
I'm sure he will.
Jimmy's coming back.
Lifetime
to wrap up, you asked me my opinion. I gave my opinion. Wrap up
give
my
us your
opinion.
score.
I say that it's going to be 24-21 Birds. I think they're going to win in a close game.
Don't you fucking do this to us. If you mush this, I swear to God,
Don't you mush us.
don't you put that evil on us.
They win in Dallas. We win in Philly. It always happens like that.
Yeah,
Don't you put that evil on us,
Seems to
folks.
be. Seems to always happen like that. Yeah, but to your point, though,
Lock him in the closet.
listen, you're talking about a defense that is completely overachieves in Dallas. I'm not sold on it. If none of us can sit here and say that we like that defense, that defense can't be exposed.
No, I totally agree.
That's my
I do
point.
like Sean Lee. If he's healthy, he's a really good player.
Oh, I don't think their
Claiborne's
defense
played
is.
well.
I don't think their defense is, 25 to 30 in football, but I think they're more realistically 20 to 25,
18,
maybe 18. This is realistically, they're not. There's Claiborne's played well this year. I've given him credit on these airways, but he's just a guy. Okay, he's physical at times. He can tackle well. To your
Will our
point,
defense
I think
show
they're
up?
playing well as a unit. I think
they are, but when
they're
when they don't have a lead, and if they're on the field and teams drive on them, how do they handle when? Because right now they're winning time in possession every week. They're running the football down people, so that's going to even out at some point a little bit. No, I'm not saying on an overall season level, but week to week that's going to even. Like, you're not going to dominate for 16 weeks out of the year in time possession. It's going to even out game to game at times. So when they are stuck on the field longer than they have been, that's when we're going to find out if they're overachieving or guess what? They got a defense. So I think that's when we can find it out. Right now it's hard to say. Are they playing well from what they're given? Yes. But you can score points on this defense. You can score points on that defense.
I don't think that, you're saying that they're that kind of defense. But 7 weeks in, I think the other three defenses that you initially thought, as a whole, everybody, not just you guys, are better than the division's better, all right, and those other three defenses are better than
everybody's
people give
over
credit for.
500.
You know what I mean? The Redskins are a defensive series away from being 5-2 today. No, I mean, woulda, coulda, shoulda. I'm not going to get into that, but so those other three defenses are a lot better than we thought.
Dallas,
so we'll see.
Dallas 5-1, and they lost by 1 point.
Yeah.
So I mean, hey,
The division's much
gonna be
better
a
than
tough
everybody
game.
thought. Everybody thought it was going to be another clown division. So
Better this way than being a clown division, being the NFC least,
absolutely.
and having
Feels good to be back, yeah.
Yeah, and
absolutely.
having the Giants and Redskins farther down there.
Hey, the guy Baker from Washington.
yeah.
Oh yeah, go fuck yourself. Because we're the best of the East last week. We're the best. He's walking in the locker room. We're the real winners in the NFC East.
Chris Baker.
Hey Chris, good job, buddy. Good job this week. Real beast of the East.
I knew they were losing to
with
Detroit.
20 seconds left in the freaking game.
Thank you, Detroit.
I just love it. See what you happen when you smell yourself walking in the freaking locker room. Like it's early on in the season now. We're the best of the East. I understand the bravado, but if you're the best of the East, you come out and win this game too.
What a
Right?
route! What a route from Bolden right there to get in on the that was just a terrific route, taking that inside post move. It's beautiful.
Just sits down.
Love seeing Redskins.
That was a great ball.
Sits
Yeah,
down.
so.
Sits down at the 5-yard
Stafford
line.
has
and you
been
can't bring him
slinging.
down. Sits down at the 5-yard line, and you just can't bring him down. And it's just a will. That's the guy's a winner. He just will.
Oh yeah,
He smells the
I'll
end
tell you
zone,
what,
I mean?
there's no other guy I throw to in that
Yeah,
spot.
absolutely.
I'm looking for Anquan.
Yeah,
That's what he does.
agreed.
I watched the guy break his face
Yeah,
and catch a touchdown, and then he was played the next week.
Incredible.
Literally broke his face. They would throw the guy out of the NFL now that hit him.
Yeah, right. And Dan Quinn pissed one away today. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, Dan Quinn's a douche.
That's just terrible.
That's what you get for being a
That's terrible,
douche.
man.
Congratulations
That
on
is
your doucheness.
I mean, at least roll
Let's
out
go
or
for it. Let's go
something,
for it
I
on
mean.
fourth.
Yeah.
Fourth
You're
and
10 yards away
and
from
two
field
almost.
goal, yeah.
4th and 2 from our own 40 in overtime. What are you doing? Punt the ball.
Absolutely.
Another reason why you fellas haven't heard from me. I was going to give you score updates. I got the Seattle-Arizona game up right now, but it's a whopping 3-0, middle of the third. Not really much to report.
Yeah, I've been keeping tabs on it.
I know you are, baby. Got a lot to talk about with the Birds, man. They're backing you up.
Yeah, well, that's what Atlanta does, right? I mean, they're a hot start. That's what they do. They come out the gates hot, and then they start.
I think
steps
San
back.
Diego's a pretty good team.
Yeah,
I
they got
think we
railroaded
agree
in
on that,
Seattle.
but-
They got railroaded in Seattle. I mean,
Yeah,
who
they
knows
did.
who knows if he makes that field goal?
I'm just
and then
saying.
today's a terrible. Yeah, I mean, listen, you take the heat. Players take the heat, coaches take the heat. So that's a as much as I hate punting, there's not too many guys except for the guy, the famous coach. I think he's a high school coach.
Yeah.
He never punts.
Never punts.
There's nobody besides me that hates punting more. I hate it. I hate kickers. Period. Right, and then, it just came to light with this Josh Brown, pussy ass Josh Brown. I hate kickers, right? But you got to be smart about it. You're at your own, like Willie said, own 40. When you punt the ball and you play some defense, when you're only a field goal away, a field goal beats you. Come on.
But there's the chink in the armor with the Falcons. They lose one last week, they lose another this week, and then like last
I just
year,
hope that
it started
Tevin
going.
Coleman got really hurt today. That's all.
And it starts going real south. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk some World Series
Yeah, boy.
preview. We'll do a little Sixers talk. We'll have a 5-question with the Pove to wrap up the show. This is Agree to Disagree, only on the worldwide leader of Real Talk, A2DRadio.com. And this segment was brought to you by Gibson Mayer, LLC, your certified public accountant. Find them on the web, gibsonmayer.com, as well as BMW of Atlantic City. We're off exit 37 on the Parkway, our show sponsor every Sunday night. Find them on the web, BMW of Atlantic City.com.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by the Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. Located 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-939-2030 or email them at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.sportsoutletinc.com for all your sporting needs. The Sports Outlet.
Hey, do you need to get your skills in shape? Then contact the Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com. John Scanzano offers individual, semi-private, and team training lessons in hitting, pitching, catching, outfield, along with turf rentals. The Scanzano Sports Center is equipped with a 31,000 square foot indoor facility, 4 batting cages, and a 4,000 square foot strengthening and conditioning room. So what are you waiting for? Contact the Scanzano Sports Center today.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
You're listening to the bad boys of sports talk. Agree to disagree right here on A2DRadio.com.
You're listening to Agree to Disagree.
Hey, do you need to get your skills in shape? Then contact the Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com. John Scanzano offers individual, semi-private, and team training lessons in hitting, pitching, catching, outfield, along with turf rentals. The Scanzano Sports Center is equipped with a 31,000 square foot indoor facility, 4 batting cages, and a 4,000 square foot strengthening and conditioning room. So what are you waiting for? Contact the Scanzano Sports Center today.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by the Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. Located 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-939-2030 or email them at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.sportsoutletinc.com for all your sporting needs. The Sports Outlet.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
Hi, we're back live from the BMW Atlantic City studios. This is Agree to Disagree, only on the worldwide leader of Real Talk, A2DRadio.com. Tom Arnone, Brian Wilson, Nick Dalgazzo, Rob Povey on the ones and twos. Every Sunday night, we're brought to you by BMW Atlantic City. We're off exit 37 at the Parkway. Find them online, bmwatlanticcity.com. Our preview of the World Series is brought to you by the Sports Outlet. Find them on the web, sportsoutletinc.com. But if you just joined us, our poll question, you can go back and vote on. It's always up. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, A2D Radio is where you can find us after another big home win. How will the Philadelphia Eagles play on the road next week in a big matchup against the hated Dallas Cowboys? Win a close one, lose a close one, win big, lose big. Me and Wells have win a close one. Rob has win a close one. Sweeps, lose a close one. But that's status quo. He has to do that.
Yeah, no, we want Sweeps
his
to do that.
contract.
We don't like the cockroach picking the Eagles over there, though.
It is in his
we
contract.
don't like it.
It's in his contract to
Not
pick against
one
the
bit.
Birds consistently. So we'll keep that rolling. But the World Series preview, Cubs, Indians, who would have thunk it, gentlemen?
I'm
like a
excited.
goddamn
I'm excited for it. I really am.
Yeah, you got to
Should be really good.
find a way to get out Willie Mays Hayes and cool off a hot Jake Taylor. We'll see what happens. But yes, absolutely exciting for both both cities. The drought ends somewhere. So we'll see. And the best team in baseball made it from that side, and the Indians, like Willie said in the previous couple weeks, from what Francona's done with that bullpen, it's been fantastic. He found a way to shorten the game. Use that giant bazooka that he's got in his holster.
That monster.
That monster bazooka. That
Andrew
he has.
Miller monster that he has.
There's guys that don't know how to do things. So you tip your cap to Tito. We thought he kind of stubbed his toe. Throwing Kluber on short rest.
Worked out
3-0,
for him,
but it was
though.
okay. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was a throwaway game. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all we were saying. But the
We
kid
decided to start
came
the
back
kid,
the next
yeah.
day. Yeah, the kid came back and threw great the next day. So, besides that, I think Tito's been flawless, and they've pitched all year, and we'll see if Salazar is able to come back.
And
Off
throw
a
during
long
the
layoff.
series,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, he's going to be rusty for no doubt, and his issues, for his whole career have been control. So the biggest thing of being off is your control and your command. So
Always
I don't
been
know,
control.
as exciting as electric as he is, and as exciting as you like to have one of your guys back. Control, and command.
I would assume he'd
Command's
be on
big
a really
issue.
short leash.
Yeah, absolutely. But there's some free swingers on the other side. All right, so it might not be,
And he's got
be a
electric
matchup
stuff,
for him.
Danny Salazar. I mean, he's got the best stuff on the staff. Better stuff than Kluber.
Agreed. Absolutely. So we'll see.
But yeah, they should have Bauer. I mean, you would think the finger will be healed by the time he would throw like game 3 or 4. So, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to a good series. What are we thinking prediction wise, Tommy? What are you thinking? You think the Cubbies gonna do it?
I think I got the Indians in 7.
Oh, you son of a bitch! I should have went first.
I got the Indians in 7. Bug, you talk about back end. You can shorten games up. You got a staff that gets you 6 strong. You get into that back end with Andrew Miller and Allen, and it's freaking lights out.
No, absolutely.
It's just lights out, and that's
I
tough to
He's
beat.
faced 41 batters, struck out 22 this season. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we give you give credit where credit's due. The Cubs were a monster offense, all season. In the playoffs, which pitching usually wins in the playoffs. We know that. All right, but they were dormant except for when the gas can came in and lit that fuse, lit the burning barn up. Joe Blanton with his cement mixers lit the fuse, and single handedly they won 2 of the games that he appeared in. So we'll see if they're able to pick that back up. Now I know they did what they did against Kershaw. We get that. And like I said, great job answering the bell right there. They don't take anything away from them. But the Indians, much better lineup. So we'll see if that
big
pitching holds
factor-
up. And Tito's going to take advantage of Lester.
Well,
they're going to be running.
We know it was a circus. Kiko's dancing off. They're dancing
Dude,
off like
steal bag,
steal bag.
Steal bag,
Really?
steal a taco. Taco Bell's going to be a little upset when Lester pitches because there's going to be a lot of bags stolen.
Let me tell you,
Rajay
I mean,
Davis, Lindor. Come on.
the
Yeah.
Indians
Lindor, Kipnis.
Well, the Indians led the league in stolen
Oh,
bases.
Jose Ramirez.
Yeah.
The Indians led the league in stolen
Yeah,
bases.
they all
so
run.
it's going to put it. We talk about who's starting game 1. It's Arrieta, But when Lester goes, that's going to be
Game 2, probably.
That's going to be tough on Chicago because he don't throw over. So we know that he's not throwing over.
He's not going to throw over.
Not going to throw over.
He's pretty quick to the plate, but he ain't throwing over.
But I think that's the dynamic for this whole series, though. Can they steal backs? Can they take backs?
Yeah.
I think that's
Can you
big.
do what you do best?
Yeah.
Right. That's what
Can
they.
you
That's
get-
what
yeah.
they do best. All right. And the Cubs bludgeon you. All right. So can they? Will they swing the bat and hit the long ball?
Yeah. Does the arm shut down the power bats?
Well, the Indians keep the ball in the yard.
Yeah. I think that's going to be the factor of the whole series.
I think it should be a really good series. I was gonna say Cleveland in 7 as well. Tom kind of beat me to the
you can say
punch.
it.
No, I'm gonna go Cleveland in 6.
I like it.
I can't even win here. Can't win when
You
you
can't.
keep
Here
it.
you go. You gotta go sweep.
I want.
I can't.
I love
Cold lock. Sweep it up.
Hey, you cock blocked him. He cock blocked me.
I love the.
Trump cockblock both of us, all three of us.
I just
Grab
love.
a cooter.
I love that Chicago. I like Chicago being like the lovable losers. I don't want them to win. I'd rather have Cleveland win. I really would, and I think Cleveland's going to win. Just like what they're doing in the playoffs right now. I really do. I think Francisco Lindor is a stud. I think he's going to have a big World Series MVP, Francisco Lindor.
That's what happens when you don't wait to bring kids up, right?
Yeah.
There's the example.
Someone send a text. Send a text to the Phillies, huh?
No, absolutely. Those middle games are tough, though. Those middle games are tough in the sense when you're an American League team because, then that guy that doesn't play most of the year, which for them they kind of rotated Napoli and Carlos Santana, so it's not like they were like Ortiz where he just plays, he plays like 2 games in the field all year, and then when he gets to the World Series, he's thrust into it, So they have a little more experience playing defense, but you still lose one of your bats, So you get comfortable with that lineup that you had all year, and now it comes into Tito's been in the
NL.
been in the NL,
Yeah,
so it
helps
doesn't
him.
phase him. It won't phase him, but it's still just a beautiful part of the game, and that's why we're all National League guys. We love it, the double switch.
Yeah.
When
AL's not even
when to roll the
coaching, dude.
baseball,
It's not
yeah.
even coaching,
Yeah, when
man.
to roll the baseball, absolutely. I mean, you see it. You just,
I hate the DH. It's the worst rule in baseball. Hate it.
Yeah, a lot of people would nowadays disagree with you.
I know, but I hate it.
Not saying I disagree with you, just a lot of people would.
That's fine. They don't know baseball then.
No, I understand. I think the commissioner would almost disagree with you.
I know he's a sniveling queer.
Well,
so.
I get that. Just, giving you the people that will disagree.
Rob Manfred.
They're all about, scoring runs, hitting the long ball.
Yeah, they are. But I like when the pitchers hit. There's so much more that goes into coaching in the NL than the AL.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
It's
It's
called the
tough.
senior circuit,
It's tougher. It's tougher to pitch in the AL because you don't have that. Obviously
out. You feel
the
easy
pitcher
out, yeah.
isn't always an easy out, but it's an
Yeah.
assumed easier out. You can pitch around guys.
you don't
and
feel like you have a breath. You can't
don't
catch
have
your breath,
that in the AL.
Yeah.
So, but I'm excited for the series. I think it's going to be really good. I think the Cleveland's going to start out up 2-0, and if they don't, my pick might change that the Cubs might win because the 2-3-2 thing. The Cubs steal one in Cleveland. Shit, they win at home. They win the series. So I think it's going to be good. It's going to be good series. I'm looking forward to it. I love baseball. I love the World Series. So I think those games are starting like 8:45, 9. They start late, which I like.
Usually they start. Yeah, usually they.
For sure.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah. Getting time on my way.
8
home from
o'clock?
work. Getting time home from work. Yeah.
I think that's when this broadcast starts. I don't think the games start till 8:30, 8:40.
Yeah, they usually catch hell for it too. But I mean, I'm not from us, but from like parents and stuff, they got kids. And
Oh, my child can't watch.
stuff. You know what I mean? Just make sure.
Well, keep your child up then.
Yeah, that's fine.
You
Tell them to grow a
get
set.
get a little less
Go,
sleep.
yeah.
But I'm with
Go to
Will.
school on 5 hours instead of 8.
But I'm with Wills. I'm landing on the Indians in 6.
Can't believe we all just took the Indians. I thought for sure both of you guys were going to take the Cubs.
No, I am a National League guy. I just can't do it. I mean, my boy's a Cubby fan, so you find yourself, like you said, the lovable losers, and is it due? And you like to see other people sometimes, enjoy a little championship, but I don't know. They're just so arrogant to me. Like it rubs me the wrong way, and it's fine. It's just who they are. I don't know.
I want them to lose badly.
Back to the Eagles for a sec. Ron Brooks, according to Les Bone of the Daily News, headed to IR.
It looked that way. I mean, they wrapped his knee on the field.
Yep,
So.
just confirming that.
And Dougie went across the field, right? That was.
He went across the field with Jalen Mills.
Jalen Mills, yeah. I'm sorry, yeah.
So Brooks headed to IR.
Looks like your boy who you think's been playing well is going to get a lot more PT.
Next man up.
Who's Jalen?
Yeah, Jalen.
Sign him a good team. Next man
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Good
I mean,
team,
at least you have Malcolm where you can move him into that slot. I mean, that's an advantage a lot of teams don't have. And like we said, I think Jalen's played pretty well in the secondary. Can he play well again this week? I have no issue with him right now. I mean, Jalen's tackling, and I need that from my safeties.
Yep.
And Malcolm's tackling in the slot, so but this week you move him into do they match him up against Beasley? Is going to be the question because I think that's a tough matchup for him. So
it is.
We'll see how that plays out. But yeah, so Sweeps, you got the Indians in 6.
Let's change it up. We'll go Cubbies in 6.
We just got the old switcheroo.
Switcheroo here. Let's go.
Old switcheroo.
The end of the curse, huh?
Yeah, well, he's got that Crusaders shirt
The last
on.
guy to go. Yeah, the last guy to go. So I mean, like I said, you blocked him, he blocked me. So we'll go. Let's switch it up here. Maybe it's just the year. The stars align. The Bartman. Kaminsky's cracking jokes. He's wearing, he's wearing jerseys. He's wearing Bartman jerseys still. So we'll go Cubbies in 6. Just like because for the same reasons, like Will's just pointed out, they grab a split in Cleveland. Grab 2 at home. And then you go back there 3-2.
Pressure's on Cleveland then, yeah.
Yep, you go back there 3-2 and see what happens. Now, if it gets to 7, cut them down. Cut them down, Cleveland. I just feel like two titles, that shit town, shit city, two titles in the last year.
I know, it'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
After all the misery, you know what I mean? So almost like you, like the Trendzilla. Like I feel like, are they going to win another one? Because we know the Browns will never win, so.
No.
Yeah, they're not heading that way.
So we will see, but yeah, it's it's exciting. This time of year is the best time of year. The weather's where we want it. Get rid of that 80. Last week was I had the air on. I don't know about you guys, but
dude, it was hot as shit. I was sweating my ass off on Tuesday.
The air on, I got no time for windows. I got the air on. Come on, and that's what it's there for.
I need 60.
Come on. Yeah, exactly. So the last 2 days, it
was a little windy. A little too windy for me, but 60.
Yeah, the Halloween, I got a skeleton. He flew off. I got no time for wind either. Pisses me off too.
It was funny. I was looking through some old, newspaper clippings online last night about the Cubs, and back in 1908, there was a clipping after they won their second World Series in 2 years that it was the start of a dynasty. Didn't get back.
It was.
No.
Didn't get back. Just
start of a losing dynasty.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. So, I mean, like last night I was saying, I kept waiting for something to happen. I think the curse sneaks its head out through this 7 games. Something goes wrong. Something goes wrong. But I don't know. Theo's the curse breaker, so.
Yeah,
seems to be that way.
He's been involved, in both, so we'll see.
Who do you give the manager nod to? And that's tough, obviously. 2 real good ones, but who would you give the nod to?
Might be the 2 best in the league. You know what? I would give it to. Man, I'm going to give it to Madden, but I think Francona is a great manager too. So
yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, it would be a slight edge if anything. I do believe Madden's was a difference maker when the Cubbies got him. So I wouldn't waver off that. I think he's fantastic too. But sometimes when you get hot and when you start pushing all those Joe Torre buttons, what I like to say Joe Torre buttons, it's your year. And I feel like that's what Tito's doing. Tito's a good great manager. He's not by no means am I saying he's just catching lightning in a bottle. But when you do that and everything you touch turns to gold, it's it's things start to line up for you, and you get to raise that trophy.
How about this? This would be fun. There's a petition to replace Joe Buck with Bob Uecker for the World Series broadcast.
Nobody's listening anymore.
Yeah, nobody.
Couple crumbs in a week, huh? Of course, the whole Giants organization with the way they, look to be handled this situation. This, piece of shit.
Typical Giants.
But why would you like to?
Scumbags.
Why would you want to protect a kicker? Like it's it's just
He's
it's gonna
a kicker.
it's gonna come back to you.
Go sign another one.
Yeah, like Robbie Gould.
Robbie Gould's out there. Just go sign him.
It's just outrageous,
I was kind of pissed off at Josh Brown. Obviously he's a scumbag, but also the fact that I had to go use a move in fantasy football because I had him as a kicker on my one leg. I'm like, fuck. I don't like wasting moves. Not a move.
Could you just keep your hands to yourself, Josh?
I know, seriously, Josh. What are you doing? I mean,
who puts that in a journal? I mean, who documents their beating of their wife? I mean, who the fuck does that? Who incriminate? First off, you're incriminating yourself too. I mean, obviously that's the easy one.
A weirdo.
He's a punk. Yeah, he's a punk coward, and he's had all kinds of. He's a deviant. He's had all kinds of issues, and now these guys like Donald Rogers Camardi. Shut up! Like if somebody puts a microphone in your face, you can say no comment. Like you got to be like he's your guy. Like he's leading Chapel, and he's the guy, and he's mentored me, and I mean, blow that shit out your ass, dude. Like you like listen to the story. The guy documented. It's not like allegedly he did this, he said, she said. Oh, this guy came out and said it. This guy's a punk monster.
Well, and the
like,
NFL's full of lies too.
When you get bullied at home, I mean, when you get bullied at your job, when you're the cheese dick in the room, when you're the punk in the room, he took it. When he went home, he thought he was a big guy. It was crazy. It's just disgraceful. And like you said, when it's both. And you wonder why we keep having issues, because this kind of shit. When the Giants do this kind of shit, and then everybody, well, Ray Rice got thrown out for life. No kidding. When it's on video, it's a lot. They're both absolutely scumbags.
One on video, one document. It's all the same to me.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't agree more.
It might as well be on video. You're writing it down. That's even freaking worse.
Yep.
Christ, Ray Rice wasn't trying to get caught doing it. Josh Brown was saying, "Here you go. I'm a jerk off," but. The thing that's amazing is the leak comes out after they admitted to knowing about it. Their freaking statement they come out with is complete bullshit.
I mean,
is this ridiculous?
I hope he hangs himself, Goodell. I mean, it's enough. Enough is enough. I mean, it's just.
I love the fact that the viewing is down. I love it because I'm hoping maybe somehow they can armbar Goodell the fuck out of there because I hate him. He's done everything to ruin this league.
Absolutely.
Can't hit nobody. Can't hit the quarterback. The draft's fucking 6 days long.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate him.
Oversaturated the product that people clamored for more. When we were younger, guys.
I hate Thursday Night Football. Yeah. Another thing I hate.
When we were younger, we looked forward to Sundays. And if you played on Monday night, it was an honor. Now with the Thursday night game, it's just you can't get. The smartest thing about smart businessmen is they make their audience wanting more, like leaving them wanting more. You don't give them more. Yeah. Like you give. I mean, I understand like red zone is great, but it hurt. It hurt your ratings. It hurts your ratings. Yeah. Listen, so it's just.
It does hurt the ratings, but whatever. I mean, I love the red zone's incredible.
I get it.
Incredible.
The customer is always supposed to be right, and the average fan that was. You're not going to convince me otherwise. I mean, there's a lot of factors, but there's been terrible matchups on TV forever, right? But there's tons of degenerate gamblers. There's tons of fantasy football guys. So it all has implications, right? You're going to tell me it's the exact year that scumbag decided to make a stand. Right, the average fan was disgusted by it, right? And he didn't have.
There's also the presidential election going on.
Yeah, I know. There's been a lot of stuff. There's been a lot of factors, absolutely. Yeah. But the fact that he allowed it, and you could say, well, what do you want him to do? Like, find people. I mean, come on. It happened with the scumbag Dolphins did on 9/11. Come on, he did nothing but say, "Oh, that's their right." No, like you should step up.
I tell you what, I liked Adam Silver, right? It's basketball. Yeah. He came out and basically said like he doesn't want anybody kneeling.
Yeah.
I said I like that. Yeah. I mean, they might still do it, but I like how he said that he don't want anybody kneeling. I like that.
He's being proactive. The other guy is just such a worm. If it doesn't benefit him,
he's the worst, dude. The worst.
Yeah, fuck it though.
Oh, I hate him. The worst.
All right, let's jump in a little Sixers. A little 10-9-8.
Yes.
When do they start? When do they open up? I know the NBA opens up Tuesday. When do they open up?
OKC. Wow. Let me get it. Maybe the 25th. They open up against OKC.
Great.
Let me get
Chip
it for
on their
you.
shoulder. Wednesday, 8 o'clock.
Wednesday
at home.
night.
Yep.
Wednesday night at home.
At home.
Russell with the biggest chip on his shoulder.
On ESPN, too. On the Watch ESPN app. Interesting. But no Ben. Obviously, you'll see, we'll see Embiid. No Nerlens.
He's playing some ball, though.
Yeah, well, that's the only guy on your team right now. Is Oak playing?
It's spread out.
I think Oak's going to play.
It's kind of spread out, too. 3 home games, and the Hawks on Saturday and Magic on Tuesday. Kind of spread out a little bit.
Feeling a little bit of the same from last year. It's just you're not coming in with all your bullets.
Well, they're not going to be very good. But I feel like once Ben's healthy, they might show a little something second half of the year, but they're not going to be very good, unfortunately.
Bayless is banged up too, right?
Yeah, I don't think he's a very good player anyway, but he is banged up.
No, I mean he's not a difference maker, but
At least he's a veteran point guard in the league.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, I don't. Yeah, he's not.
I don't know. I don't
not
have
a
much to
huge
say
fan
about the
of him,
Sixers.
yeah.
Really, I'm just I'm anxious to see Embiid and Jaleel play, and I think that Nerlens doesn't even hurt any big guy. You can scope any big guy's knee in the league at any time, just if you want to, and I just think that they want to see how Jaleel and Embiid play together, and then they're going to try to trade Nerlens. That's my opinion. I know Tom's probably not a big fan of that, but
no, I mean I don't love it, but it is what it is. I sort of got the same feeling.
yeah, that's what I think.
I don't think he's hurt either.
No, I don't think he's hurt at all.
So I'm right with you. More lies. What do you believe anymore?
Well, I mean, listen.
And then Brett Brown comes out.
He could get his knee scoped in. It's a 7 day.
Yeah.
He just trained and fluid. He can do anything. Anybody can get that done.
Well, Brett Brown
Anybody
comes
that
out-
plays basketball can get that done.
Brett Brown comes out the other day and talking about Ben Simmons and said, "Oh, well, we expect him back by January." Well, then an hour or two later, he backs off of that statement and says, "Oh, well, there's no timetable." It's just funny to me.
He'll be back.
Maybe not, Bri. I mean, I just
No,
feel
he
the
will.
same fucking
He'll
shit.
be back.
The
His
same
injury's
shit.
not as bad as Embiid's at all. Not even close.
I understand. I just feel like they want to sit you out the whole year.
No, he'll be back.
All right.
I think he's back by February at the latest.
Fair enough. You got a win total?
For the season, 29.
Depending on Simmons coming back, if Ben doesn't come back, I'm right around 20, 25. If he comes back, yeah, I'll meet you at 29, 30. Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Hurts.
obviously this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to make predictions, but there's variable. I think they're going to trade, like you said, they're going to trade Nerlens or Okafor. They might even trade, one of those two guys. We'll see, what happens with Ben, but
You can't trade Okafor, I think.
I'll probably lead it. No, I'm thinking
he's such a scorer, and they don't grow on trees that you can't trade Okafor, in my opinion. That's why it's got to be Nerlens.
Yeah.
Nah, fair enough. I mean,
Agreed.
yeah. A back to the basket guy, a guy who can walk into 20, it's stuff you can't trade that.
Yeah, I'm probably falling, 25, 30, in between, somewhere in there, in that range.
We're all around the same mark.
Yeah, they're not going to be very good. I mean, hopefully they show some stuff and Embiid plays well and it's just some excitement, but they're not going to be very good. Hopefully next year,
Huh.
But yeah.
Yeah, been saying that.
Yeah, we've been saying it for a while.
Been saying that for a while. When does the misery end?
Who knows?
All right, let's get to the 5 questions and wrap this bad boy up.
Pove.
Our resident cockroach.
We saw Aaron? No. I thought we'd be giving a little Poves 5 sponsor, maybe a little BMW of Atlantic City.
Sure, we can give it a fucking sponsor, Rob. Yeah. Let me get my paperwork here.
AKA, let me bring my questions up real quick. I wasn't prepared.
Let me get my paperwork. You get your paperwork. We'll meet back. We'll reconvene in 5.
Thank you.
Who the fuck are we going to give this to? All right, well, we'll give it to a couple. Gibson Mayer LLC, your certified public accountant. Find them on the web, gibsonmayer.com. As well as our poll question you can still vote on. It's brought to you by Scanzano Sports. Find them on the web, scanzanosports.com. After another big home win, how will the Philadelphia Eagles play on the road next week in a big matchup against the Dallas Cowboys? Win a close one, lose a close one, win big, lose big. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube is where you can vote on that. Right now, it's about 56% win close, which actually worries me. I'd rather people go the other way because then that's when I feel like they're definitely going to win.
Trenzilla.
Trending.
Trending. And that's brought to you by BMW of Atlantic City, Ralph exit 37 the Parkway. Find them online, BMW of Atlantic City.com. And Rob's questions brought to you by the Sports Outlet, Glendora, New Jersey. Find them on the web, sportsoutletinc.com for all your sporting needs.
Well, speaking of victories, what was the bigger victory over the weekend? Penn State over Ohio State or Cubs over Dodgers to make the first World Series in 71 years?
Penn
State over Ohio State.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, obviously.
Nobody smelled that coming. James Franklin just kept his job for another 10.
I know. It might be bad for Penn State fans.
Seriously.
James Franklin.
He cried the whole interview afterwards.
Yeah.
On the field.
It was It
emotional.
was a big win.
Yeah, but he's a crier.
Penn State's D-line got after it.
Well, no, James Franklin, my point, is a crier.
Yeah.
He cries very often in interviews. Does he not? I mean, he's a very emotional guy.
Yeah.
Very teary-eyed, quick.
Yeah.
Like they go be
Like
they'll
Leland.
be like Iowa State.
Like
and
Leland.
he's like, I did this for the community.
Like Jim Leland. But
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
at least a winner.
Yeah, at least Jim won. The only thing James Franklin wins is recruiting, which he does a great job of. But, I mean, to the guy's credit, I mean, they're starting to get their recruiting class in here. And, you know, we'll see. They finally have all their scholarships available. So, you know, I think that in terms of for Penn State fans, I hate Penn State.
Barkley's
but
a stud.
Yeah, in terms of Penn State fans, they're going in the right direction.
Yeah, that was a huge, absolutely huge.
The whiteout win, too. It's
Special
just,
teams. Yeah, I mean, block field goal.
I was talking to some people today. They said that place felt like it was going to fall to the ground. It was shaking that much, which is pretty cool.
I'm sure.
109 probably.
Yeah, easy. Yeah, 109. They might have sneaked in 110. People sitting on people's laps. We love co-eds. Next one, Rob.
What's your guys' biggest takeaway from today's Eagles win?
That this defense is who we thought they were.
At home.
At home, yeah.
We just to me it's just it was a win that was needed. We can't with the upcoming tough
Gauntlet.
schedule, we can't go to 3-3 there. So we just got the job done at home. That's all. That's for me.
Yeah, I mean, it took care of business. You know, got after the quarterback, 6 sacks. You know, I mean, pinned their ears back, 6 sacks. And I guess, so the biggest thing for me would probably be no sacks. So 6 sacks compared to no sacks. After last week's disaster, they made some adjustments. It looked like Vaitai looked in the mirror, saw Wisniewski out there. You know, they protected Wentz. And there you go.
Yeah, we definitely dominated on both lines.
Yeah.
We won both lines, which is how you win games.
Hold on,
Games won in the trenches.
Hold on, real quick here.
Where's this cat going? Where's Billy Bean Jr. going?
Here he goes.
He's digging. He's digging here.
You got these comments that I'm not even going to bear repeating.
Well, no, that guy goes, LOL, brainwashed sports worshiping people. And I said, get out of the chat then, jerk off. If you don't like sports, then if you don't like sports, then you're a strange motherfucker.
Heyo.
Hey, get the fuck out. Say it. We don't got time for that. Get on.
Yeah, I don't even like that you brought
Any
it
like
up on
grown
that.
man. Well, no, I'm just making a point that we'll attack that. And any grown man that doesn't like sports, I'm not hanging with you.
Trolling line 1.
Yeah,
Trolling line 1.
Probably likes going
and
to flower shows or some shit.
Real cute.
Take your mom to fucking lunch, all right, dude? Yeah. Christ almighty.
Yeah, Olive Garden.
Lock yourself in a room with
Soup,
Josh
salad,
Brown. Hey,
breadsticks.
go lock yourself in a room with Josh Brown. would
Yeah,
you?
let him slap you around. You'll like sports again. Clown.
I just don't really like sports. I don't get it. Everyone's so competitive. Oh, Jesus.
Moron. Yeah, go ahead. Next one.
Yeah, there you go.
Probably limp-wristed.
Matt Ryan broke down.
Jalen Ramsey? What?
Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey can play, though.
Oh, no question.
He's been shutting dudes down.
No, he enjoys it.
I'm
but
sure
no,
he does. He might be doing a little grab ass in the locker room afterwards.
Well, I love Jalen Ramsey, but woo. I mean,
What's it called? It's been killing me, though.
I'm not here.
Allen Robinson's been killing me.
Yeah, me and Rob were talking about this before we came on.
Fucking AR-15.
This Bortles.
Bortles stinks.
He huffs.
AR.
I think he stinks.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do too.
I think Bortles stinks.
I do
We
too.
were confused last year. We thought he was good. He stinks.
Stinks.
Who doesn't stink's Matt Ryan this year, and he broke Dan Fout's record
Matt
with
Ryan's really good.
his 46th consecutive game with 200-plus yards passing. So who's the better QB all time, Matty Ice or Fouts?
I mean, Danny didn't win shit, so.
It's probably Matt, but
Yeah.
I mean, he also hasn't won anything. So
No, I mean, that's my point. Like, it's not like I go, well, Dan's won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's tough.
Fouts played longer.
Yeah, it's
so
tough.
I'm going to go with Fouts.
yeah. I mean, I think it will be eventually. Matt's better eventually at the end of his career.
Yeah.
He also has the
it's-
best receiver in football.
Well,
Doesn't
and
hurt.
it's also
Amen.
catered to throwing the football too. So I mean, it's a great accomplishment. I'm not taking anything away from Matt Ryan. I think he's a gunslinger.
Well,
I like
Faust
Matty.
played under Eric Coryell.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
They threw the ball tons.
No, I know.
That's why
I
he
hear
had
you.
that
It
record.
is a different.
But I'm just saying that the rules are more shaped to allow throwing a little more. That's
Oh yeah,
all.
we can't hit anybody.
Yes, but yeah, I'll go with Matty right now. I'll take Matty.
Matty
I like
Ice.
Matty Ice. I mean, ever since he lost Tony Gonzalez, they haven't been back to where they were. If you notice that, that's definitely hurt that offense not having a tight end.
Yeah, they don't have a defense either. But yeah,
Vic Beasley can play. FYI.
yeah, he's not bad.
Yeah.
But they still don't have a defense.
No, still don't. They have a defensive coach. No defense. Amazes me.
Yeah. And I like what they have going on there with the two backs.
Yeah,
And,
this is what they do, though.
and, I mean, Julio's a monster. Obviously, everyone
Oh,
knows
yeah,
that.
he's
And
the
Matt's
best.
been playing great ball. So
This is what they do, though. 2 straight losses. We'll see if they rebound next week.
Matt Bryan almost buried one from 58
Yeah,
to win it, too.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, guess
I was
what?
gonna text you
Fucking
guys-
7 years ago, he did it against the Eagles.
I was gonna-
8, 9 years ago,
I
whatever
was
that
gonna
was.
say, like-
62-yarder. I remember thinking, are they really even going to try this? And they buried it. I want to kill somebody.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. And then I was thinking, like, could the Chargers lose any other way? Like, if he nailed that. You know?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Because
That was- it's
like,
such a way
there
for
was
the
like
Chargers to
15
lose.
seconds left. And Julio goes right down the seam for
They
like
just throw
40
Yeah,
yards.
just throw a Hail Mary.
And
up
this
to
guy
Julio,
bangs a
basically.
58-yarder. You're like, dude, the Chargers find more ways to lose.
That's what they did.
Wait, so that was for the win?
Yeah.
That
Good win.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Chargers
30
came
all.
down and kicked, right?
No.
No.
Was
Then it went
the
over.
end of regulation.
He won the toss, and he just scored on 4th and 1 on his side. Boop. And then the Chargers got like 15 yards. That was it.
Oh.
Lambeau killed him.
Oh, I
It
missed the
was-
end. Yeah, I missed the end. I was out to eat. I missed
It
the
was 58-yarder at the end of regulation to win it.
Hit the upright.
Hit the upright.
Had enough.
end. Wow, hit an up boot. Wow.
Just enough.
Yeah,
But it
yeah.
hit the upright. Like,
I was like, I thought it was good. I was like, they're going to
yeah,
then
it
instead
looked
of-
good.
So instead of punting, he went for it on 4th and 1.
From the
And
from
OT.
his, from
You
his
know,
own
it's his first
40.
possession.
An OT.
From his own 40.
And ran it. Not even a bootleg with Julio or something. He just went, here you go, Devontae. Just ate him up.
And he got stopped for a 2-yard loss. So they
Yeah,
started on 38.
Oh,
They got 15 yards to get the field goal. Win the game.
Wrap it. All right, Robbie.
All right, here's one for sweeps. It was pretty sweet seeing the Dolphins in the retro jerseys today. I had lots of flashbacks of Marino, Duper, and Clayton in the dark teal green. I don't know if you watched the game today, sweeps.
Yeah, I was a bigger fan of the end zone. But
Yeah.
I was glad to see they they got the job done on the field. But I was a huge fan of the end zone. A little checkered end zone. I loved it.
Oh, absolutely. So that leads me to ask you, what teams would you like to see pull out a jersey from their past?
Ooh, I like that question.
Thank you.
You know what jersey I always liked?
Red Falcons.
The Red Falcons wasn't bad. I always liked the. I mean, well, they do wear the the baby blues, powder blues from San Diego, which everyone likes. You know, with the white helmet. It's got to be with the white helmet.
Yeah.
But I always liked San Diego Padres. The when it was like brown and yellow for some reason. I don't know why. I always liked
Wow.
that one. And the Denver
The old-
Nuggets, the old school Denver Nuggets that had like the city in the background. I was a big fan of that one too.
And I think that's where it was. The All-Star game was in San Diego, right? So
Yep.
for the Derby.
Yeah,
had
they
the
all
old-
had those
the old
jerseys on,
school-
yeah.
That's fresh in your mind. Yeah, absolutely. Awesome.
Astros have good old school.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, when we stripe across.
Well,
yeah.
speaking of the Dolphins, real quick, Ajayi goes for 200 yards again, only the 4th player in NFL history to go back-to-back 200-yard games. Pretty good company.
O.J. Simpson twice.
Earl Campbell, and
Ricky Williams. Yeah. OJ
Also on
did it. OJ
Miami.
did it 2 times.
yeah, good. He was on Miami too when Ricky did that.
Yep.
Nice. So, good company there.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, not bad.
Say what you want about
Well,
Ricky.
listen,
he,
you had-
was a freaking
the
monster.
only-
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
year for the Miami, he was amazing.
Yeah.
That's the only way they can win because we know what Tannehill.
Oh.
We know what he does. So
He can't even throw the ball when he has a running game.
Tannenbaugh.
it's unbelievable.
You got a running game, can't throw the
Tannenbaugh.
ball. Shoot, Robbie, next one.
Well,
And I
sweeps, what's
released-
yours?
I
Yeah.
released.
Oh, my bad.
I released. No. I released. I was telling Willie. JSJ like 3 weeks ago. right before this torrid pace. So.
That's how it goes.
Hey, I'm the dope.
Right on. What's
you
your
go-
what's your retro
throwback?
one you want to pull out? Any sport?
Any sport, huh?
I like the old Phillies too. I really do.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was waiting
I
for
like
somebody
the
to say
old
the powder
Phillies,
blue.
too.
Yeah,
Powder blue.
yeah. You go with that one?
No, I'd probably go. I like the Red Falcons, probably.
Okay. Right on. All right, and the last question in Pose 5, of course, Smash, Marry, Kill. This week's theme is hot players' wives other than Giselle, because that's just a given. Sure. Going to go with option A, Jesse James. That's Eric Decker's wife. Anna Burns. That's Wes Welker's wife. And your boy, Ryan Tannehill, with Lauren Tannehill.
She's a squid for staying with him, so I'll kill her.
Yeah, exactly. Jesse James for me is I like her, so I probably marry her. Smash Welker and kill Tannehill.
I'll marry Welker's wife and smash Jesse James, and Lauren Tannehill gets the knife to the windpipe.
I'll ditto that one. Over here looking at Anna right now. Good for you.
Yeah, there's 3 winners. I tried to keep it to football, too. There was a couple other options. I mean, you want to throw Hayden Panettiere in. She's married to one of the Klitschko's. Was it Vladimir?
Always was a fan of Hayden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I just remember the
Remember
Titans.
when she
my
was yelling,
movie.
"Oh,
that's my movie, right?
how you missed that call?
Yeah.
Such a bad call."
The Hall of Fame. They can kiss our ass.
Would have won it now, a bunch of rednecks.
Oh, speaking of rednecks, the guy chimed in again. I'm Muslim. You Americans owe us. I said, screw you.
Yeah, we don't know you shit,
Oh,
dude.
shit. Oh, yeah. Everybody needs to be owed anymore.
Break out the Trump.
I fucking hate.
Break out the Trump.
I hate to please give me something. Oh, everyone give me something. I need handouts. Shut the fuck up.
Seriously, and that
Let the
girl,
Donald loose.
the national anthem girl snuck out there. I mean, that's when you know you're doing something wrong. Like you don't even tell nobody. You sneak out there. You drop to a knee, and you got your stupid propaganda T-shirt on. I wish somebody would have Goldberg speared her. Would have been fantastic. Would have been absolutely
Yeah, it would have.
priceless.
Did you watch The
You know what I
Return?
mean? Huh?
Did you watch it? Yeah, that was awesome, right?
FYI,
He
Eagles
accepted. He
Eagles
accepted.
bringing Aaron Grimes in for a physical tomorrow. He was obviously here in training camp. So, looks like he'll be signed back. Not that that's something to write home about,
Not
but
the guy with the crazy wife?
no,
No, that's
Brent.
Brent.
No,
Grimes.
yeah.
It's Brent Grimes.
Yeah.
That's one wife you would like to just put her out of commission. That's a wife you want to. No, I'm not going to say. I'm not. I'm not going to say.
Josh Browner.
Well, you might want to hire Josh for her because she's a freaking problem. That's
Oh, yeah,
all.
she's
jokes.
got issues,
That's
yeah.
jokes. So we don't promote that.
No, we don't promote that one bit.
But she is a piece of shit.
Completely.
But we still don't promote it.
No.
Like if you want to, get hire a girl to whoop her ass, feel free. Hire a woman to go run her for her money.
You
She probably whoops
You
some
can throw
ass.
a snowball at her. I mean, there's plenty.
Yeah,
There's
there's a lot
plenty
of-
of things to do.
You can
Come on.
shake her. You can yell.
You
Come
can
on.
yell. You can shake and yell. Shake waiter.
Water balloons, whatever. There's plenty of options.
Water
You
balloons.
fucking coward.
Water balloons. Water balloons filled with my piss.
That's not water. That's great. Povey, was that the end of the Povers?
We are complete, man. Smash, Marry, Kill.
Oh, it's a good show. Well, I mean, hopefully everyone enjoys the World Series. Obviously, next week, I don't know, we're going to try to go on early. Tom, you got baseball?
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Get out of this baseball shit.
There's nothing I can do, buddy.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you can. I'm sick. I can't make it.
Birds Sunday night, right? Birds.
Yeah, we're not doing it Sunday night.
No.
I'll tell you that.
No, we're not doing it Sunday night.
Unless you want to do it after the game. But I don't know what kind of shape I'm going to be in, depending on the outcome.
Very true. Well, we can make that a game time decision.
I'd like to do it at 11 a.m., but
Everything's doubtful.
Yeah.
there's no
problem.
Yeah, there's no problem. Willie's not probable.
questionable.
There's no probable.
See, the thing is, like, if we lose, I'll do it. I'll be in a bad mood. If we win, I might be liquored up and then in a great mood. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I can't.
I
can't read the future.
It's Cowboy Week. I mean, I don't know if you guys can, you want to do that.
We gotta do something.
You know what I mean? No, but I'm saying, like, if with an L, you're ready to.
Yeah, an L,
kill
I
somebody,
don't
you
want
kill
to stay
somebody.
away.
You know what I mean?
Depending.
I don't know. I like to yell
We'll
sometimes.
see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we'll
Well,
play
it's
by
very
ear.
cathartic, you know what I mean?
It's my last one of the year, so there's no more hiccups on my end.
Oh, that's good.
So I'm done.
Then we can go back to mornings.
We could.
Well, we'll see how the weather pans out. I mean, if it rains, we could go early. You could get bagged. We'll see.
There's a lot of options. We'll leave the
play-
door open.
We got options.
But one door we're going to close is the door to the show. Boys, it's been a fucking pleasure. A big Eagles win 21-10 against the Vikings.
Cowboy week, fuck them.
I hope you took Nails Lock of the week and freaking
Made
back,
yourself some money.
Yup, and back the truck up. We're here to help you make money because we never fucking do. But,
he's
you know what I mean? We're here to give them out, but we're not good. We're not good at doing it ourselves. But listen, the pleasure Cowboy week. Screw Dallas.
Cardinals, Seahawks still 3-0.
Yeah, still
by the way.
3-0. For Tom
4.5
Arnone, Brian
left.
Wilson,
Take that field goal.
Nick Delgado, Rob Pobie on the 1 and 2. Thank you to BMW Atlantic City. Find online BMWAtlanticCity.com. Gibson Mayer LLC, your certified public accountant. Gibson Mayer LLC. GibsonMayer.com. ScanzanoSports.com, as well as SportsOutletInc.com. Thanks for listening. We out.
Tom Arnone,
No, it's call-out time.
Brian Wilson,
You died for that football.
Nick Delgazzo.
It's going to be a battle.
You're listening to Agree to Disagree, only on A2DRadio.com.